yɛde Egyaso adwumadie no ebremo Egyaso yɛbota yɛ nyina ne se ɔman mu de ɛkɔso no na yɛdi ho nkɔmɔ eti amanyɔsam Egyaso yɛse ɛyɛ hyehyehye sɛ de bia meka no munua ba vim lady ɛna metremu ama no eti vim lady tremu a hyehyehye Akosua Aboagye tremu a ɛyɛ bɔkɔ na ɛsɛ yɛgusua nti munua ba Akosua Aboagye Akosua nsha na metremu ama obapa efia pokua vim lady ewo Egyaso adwumadie eso na sɛ de Egyaso dwumadie yɛ na pepepe ma ne nyina edi mu no ɛsɛ sɛ yɛhwɛ ne yɛ bibia kama pa na ne asɛm kɛse a ɛda paso Special Prosecutor Martin Amidu has resigned and ɛno ne asɛm kɛse pa ɛda paso a ɛno yɛba bedi ho nkɔmmɔ kɛse pa efi sɛ ɛyɛ hyehyehyehyehye na letter owura Martin Amidu wɔkyerɛ yɛ ɛde ɛbaayɛ no was a resignation of appointment as Special Prosecutor with immediate effect, Martin ABK Amidu. Now, I'll say this is to inform the public that I resigned from my position as the Special Prosecutor of the Office of the Special Prosecutor with immediate effect upon the submission of my letter of resignation with reference number. And what nina eka ho. Eti we di ehyehyehye ene de ya. Ena woso de krata kwa komo mampani His Excellency Nana Dodanko Akufo-Addo say de wajem as a special prosecutor di branasa office no wajem kura a nya de a wobeto so na me ka mo say okay 101.7 FM masugu so mutie wo ha na mobetimi so ahye live for Facebook no okay 101.7 and na YouTube okay 101.7 ebrepem madwenkyere and mode beba making kan ni nyina wo ho nti se bia wo hye ya bra Facebook live se si a Egyaso hyehyehye Egyaso ye boko na madwenkyere ene madwempo no mode aba mode banso ebekin kan ni nyina ama mo se de be ye niema nyina nso ebetimi edi mo nti na se de medi kan boss no special prosecutor ni statement a wode eba abonten no na medi mpensempense mu no emma no na se wo bo no tofa de a na asɛm a wɔde etudwa ne sɛ saa brɛdie wɔgyeem sɛ special prosecutor no wɔde adwa no ato hɔ a wɔnto so ebiem na wɔkyerɛ mu akwansidi ɛba yɛ nneɛma nti a wɔgyaye yɛdidi bre kura ma no emfie mienu ni nanso na appointment letter kura no 5th February 2020 ansa na ɛba ɛne nneɛma bebree nti special prosecutor wɔde nneɛma bebree ni reasons bebree abanti ɛne Egyaso ayɛ hyehyehye okay 101.7 FM so momra ne ni Ghana ho nkomo hwɛ me Facebook live ewo okay 101.7 nesa hwɛ me ewo YouTube ewo okay 101.7 nese yade bibia akoso madwenkyɛ dodo na nso mɛhwɛ na makenkan edi amamo na eniema etimi edimu na yenua baako de a wode ebae sɛ wo hwɛ special prosecutor na statement na wo say I should not ordinarily be announcing my resignation to the public myself. But the traumatic experience I went through from 20th October 2020 to 2nd November 2020 when I conveyed in a 13-page letter the conclusions and observations on the analysis of the risks of corruption and anti-corruption assessment on the report on Egyaso Royalties Limited transactions and other matters related therefore to the President as chairman of the National Security Council cautions against not bringing my resignation as the special prosecutor with immediate effect. Na ni nyina ne say was say ebra wo ye Egyapa nhwehwemu na Egyaso royalty deal no every October 20th October 20 ebesi November 2nd no November 2 Mr. November 2 no eniema wa famu no special prosecutor say enyasem ketwa in undertaking the analysis of the risk of prevention of corruption and anti-corruption assessment. I sincerely believe that I was executing an independent mandate under the Office of the Special Prosecutor Act 2017 Act 959 and the Office of the Special Prosecutor Operations and also Regulations 2018 LI 2374. The reason I received for daring to produce the Egyaso Royalties Limited transactions anti-corruption report convinces me beyond any reasonable doubt that I was not intended to exercise any independence as the special prosecutor in the prevention, investigation, prosecution, and recovery of acts of corruption. My position as the special prosecutor has consequently become clearly unattainable. Eti di o pa chira no no se ade no the ekosi ya eno no fi say wo hwe say the ade ne city a what the report ne ba bonto on the no nim say we special prosecutor no we independent we gina kontekura wo ye n'adwuma a ni kwan so obi awurawura mu nanso report ne ba na say de na nipa bi expect senka wo bubu se busansem bi anase wo beje wo mo adwenkyere enti twanu wono de wo de ato no wo aso say it is essential for me to state for the purpose of the records and contrary to public perception that my appointment letter was received on 5th February 2020, almost 2 years after my appointment. Eti edi di brand ba ema no be 2 years no na enya dia an appointment letter aba ansa an appointment letter na eba ma nsa beka no February 5, 2020. The copy addresses made no effort to honor any of the conditions of appointment in terms of emolument and benefit of the appointment ever since my warrant of appointment was issued on 23rd February 2018 to the date of my letter of resignation. Eti ade no kra ba ye no na chese se de niam asia ye no wono no watena hwa ne yemfa appointment letter ma no adwuma nso ade ahye ne nsa benefit na ewo mu so yentimi ampensempense mu ankyere no ene ade wo hwe bra ya appoint ne brempo a the condition of service na ma ya na ehadwene eno see I accepted the offer on 10th January 2018 to be nominated to be special prosecutor because Mr. President and Ghanaians knew I have been an anti-corruption crusader all my life and not an anti-corruption entrepreneur. This explains why I have never put the emoluments and benefits of the office as central to my commitment and my passion for the establishment of an independent, effective, efficient, and impartial anti-corruption office of the special prosecutor before the end of the first term of Mr. President. This has not been possible for several reasons. Enti ne nyina ye anu ya wode ba dwuma ede hye ne nsa a wo ba ba ye na ne me bata ho nyina ya ntimi anyi yi mu no na ne nyina eya ade bia na emu ha. And say the event of 12 November 2020 removed the only protection I had from the threats and plans directed at me for undertaking the Egyaso Royalties Limited transactions, anti-corruption assessment and reports, and detect that I resign as the special prosecutor immediately. Fear is the enemy of change, and I am prepared from the vacuum created on 12 November 2020 to meet the threat of my demise as the price to pay for serving my country without fear or favor, affection or ill will. I acted professionally throughout in the discharge of my duties, and my conscience is the anchor of my strength to face any consequences. I am grateful to every Ghanaian for both the support and the criticisms during my tenure. When the real facts of my tenure become well known to the public in the future, history may judge me kindly. Ghana first. And to weigh a year, Ora Martin Amidu, our no and a special prosecutor, Neja Wadia Toho. Any dientia a year in so na mame trending stories I would na fe ma beja fo no mema wo makwa ba na fe yemfa nkomotwetwe ne nhyase se dem di kankan no metena mu ama menua ba vim lady afia pokua se vim lady wo tie adwanu mu no di a ye hyehyehyehye we ka case we ma tena me didie ba e ko kom ye nko onwie enko kom ye enka wo nwie ko be kom a one a ba Akosua go Aboagye de eye boko me dia boko munim se me menya politician enti eye boko bi twam we mi twam ena magina mu ede amano enti mu de munya botre nyame ya adom na se vim lady ba mo amose mo afe no munya botre se oba issues e twam nyina obekọ na chi enti don't worry as a vim lady afia pokua ba me dia ya abrabopa eti oba obesom my trending stories kakra na fe abedwafo ne yenchichi nkomo. Special prosecutor Martin Amidu has resigned. The special prosecutor Martin Amidu has resigned from his position 3 years after he was appointed by President His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. The flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress, John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, was the first person to sign the book of condolence stationed at the Accra International Conference Center in memory of the late President Jerry John Rawlings on Monday morning. A book of condolence no mampanyi dada Mahama wonu ne di candidate sa ekoshansie. The special prosecutor has given an update in the case of SAC CEO of the Public Procurement Authority Agyenom Boateng Egyaso and also so ewa ha say And enuachi, we won't allow anyone to dictate to us how to mourn Rawlings or Foswampofo. The National Democratic Congress says it will not allow external actors to decide the way it should mourn its founder, Jerry John Rawlings. This comes after the party accused the government of sidelining them in processes leading up to the funeral of the late former president. Failure to use Rawlings' death to unite NDC will spell doom for us, Aboagye Tinjan warns. Na enuachi no enna was a former national organizer, Emma Opposition National Democratic Congress, Ora Aboagye Tinjan, has pleaded with the rank and file of the party to use the death of the party's founder, former President Jerry John Rawlings, to unite the party for victory. NDC will bury Rawlings. Akosua must stop hijack attempt. The General Secretary of the National Democratic Congress, NDC, says President Akosua should not hijack the burial activities of the late former President Jerry John Rawlings. And let's win December polls for Rawlings. Where you see Dunketia was the NDC for Mama Yenin Kunim na Yemfanshem and Penida da Rawlings, Yemfanshem and Munyam, and a Bimuso Keka Huasam say, na or ya sure dear. And a senior law lecturer at University of Ghana, Legon, has cautioned against electoral related posters near the Boba Bontian and Crofo. Now, Womu etitino. Womu Chim says, say, yape ye, it's Womu enyai. Government not politicizing Wase with resource analysis. Deputy Director General for Ghana Education Service, Kwabena Bimpatando, has defended the Ministry of Education's data analysis of the West African Secondary School Certificate Examination Wase results. Rawlings will go down as one of Ghana's greatest leaders, Obeda Samoa. A former Attorney General and Foreign Affairs Minister, Obediawa Samoa, has stated that the late ex-president Jerry John Rawlings will go down in history as one of the greatest Ghanaian leaders. And airlines to face a $3,500 fine for each passenger flown in without PCR test. And also, Christian Council to organize week-long national prayers, fasting for peaceful posts. Abatwa ye babetono ye pansumjie enunti Christian Council of Ghana. Wamusi ye babe bompa ye diamo mine se de beye nieme nyina ebetimi ejina kama. Ene Egyaso dwumadie vim lady tenase ye hyehyehye Akosua go tenase ye boko no. Wamo emene won betwetwe nkomo eye Richard Asante ye boa. Waye NPP Deputy Director of Communication. And Nuruddin Hamidad so ye NDC Zongo Kokos National Secretary wono so ewo ha. Na issues ye behwe no don so se brebe ma ye kwan dia woni se politicians di omusomu a na wo ma baba mu kama ase wunya aba wunya abomu ana wunya stew na wodi aba mu na bo nya de nso obi bo nwum bi sa aha wunya bo a eto omu de wo mu be pense mu kama ewo Egyaso edwumadie. Enti wuni aba Akosua go Aboagye matena dwuma ma vim lady Isaac Owusu aduome kwadwo odame womo ena eye producers womo hwe akire ena DJ on duty kwadwo Hansen social media so frema wono nso ena tie akire mu amo hwe live on Facebook no madwen kire dodo no a ebrepam no mekenkan de amamo kama ewo Egyaso dwumadie ma memfa akonyo nso em se Nuruddin atena se na memma no akwa aba na afi nkomotwehwe no yen hyase Yegusu an Richard Asante ye bo abeba beka yensa na issues ahodo no so yato aso Nuruddin memo akwa aba o adomara kwa na wonso ye de nyame ase ye ben nkakra akra ho
into management na ebe manage nyina yembo mpaye obi a obetima aye fasting bia on fasting we are kremoni we are Christian ye nyina yemfa Ghana ne nhye nyame nsem na wonye sene ye hwehwe maye na December ye to abeyi a sene matina mido edwane yi na nanado nso handing over note aye ready na ono nso hand over ama John Dramani Mahama na me wa hwe mu se normal e koso nyina e kyerese sisaye Ghana.
Yes, I wish near me Akosua. E man penida da Rawlings awa free mu. Martina mi do ono so kro. Ni nyina che sense ba.
Everything. Because 2016. Wa oni say Martina mi do ejuma mananado. Then the compensation is say man is special prosecutor. Last me ba ni tell from me bisa say nanado e kan say wo ma Martina Midu special prosecutor assemble on ne kan ɛwɔ dem ansa na ɔde saa position ne ma no ba ne nyinaa no sɛ ebepie baako nti yɛ de nim sɛ akɔyɛ sɛ ɔmampani di position ne ma no ɔmpɛ sɛ ɔbɛyɛ ne adwuma ɛna wakyekyere ne nsa agu n'akyi sɛ wɔn koku nti media mi ɔgyidie paa sɛ matena midu o de brafie ɛnyɛ hwee
basa na nkrɔfo so kase basa na nkrɔfo no redi na nkrɔfo so bɔ no so bo sɛ wanfa wanche NDC fo antum na no so bɛka ne sɛn
na egya no ɔno ase adwuma ne amane nyɛ adwuma no na ohwɛ matena midu sɛnea wɔ start even office he had to fight ɔkunyɛ paa ansa na yɛpɛ office man ɔba abɔnten ka sɛ me budget kura nyɛ ready office equipment a ɛwɔ sɛ yɛtɔ yɛantɔ computers yɛantɔ staff a ɛwɔ sɛ yɛde ma no as special prosecutor no yɛama ne staff no ɛna yɛde amanfo ayɛ secondment ama no sɛ this ɔmomba na ɔmomɛboa no na kyɛ sɛ pefee from the beginning he was set to fail kyɛ sɛ yɛde ne asi hɔ sɛ sɛnea ɔbɛfeeli na ɛgyapa wei ne resignation no ɛgyapa nti na nanado ɔmpɛ sɛ ɔbɛyɛ investigate ɛgyapa wɔde baeɛ no nsɛm a ɛkɔ so bufu a nanado bufu yɛ atam didi a ɛkɔ so ntakwa a ɛkɔ so ne nyinaa ka ho na wɔresign na
sɛnka obi so bɛka sɛnka yɛma mpanyin mpɛ sɛ ɔbɛyɛ nhwehwɛ mu sɛnka wɔamfa ama no sɛnka wɔnyɛ
na sɛ pressure na yɛde gu ɔmampanin no na ɔnni option sɛ yɛwɔ investigative bodies bebree yɛwɔ CID yɛwɔ yoko yɛwɔ hyira yɛwɔ investigative body bebree a wɔbɛtumi ayɛ saa investigation ba ofi sɛ ɛsɛ ne sɛ ɔne matena midu ɛyɛ nhyehyɛeɛ bi ansa na wɔde position ne maa no na ofi sɛ matena midu hɔ ɛyɛ safer nti na wɔde kɔ matena midu
ɛde nhyehyɛeɛ no wɔne matena midu
na minua ba sɛ me ne wotie yi ya me nkyɛ deɛ na me bɛyɛ ɔmampani na me sɛ me bɛfa wɔ as minister for communication a sɛ me wɔ bibi nti a me de bɛfa wo ansa na me de position no nso bɛma wo no mɛfrɛ wɔ fie sɛ me nua ba wɔn sɛ Ghana communication ɛkɔ ne sei na wo de me nim sɛ me de wo hyɛ ha wobɛyɛ ne sei ama me ansa na me de position ama yɛn nyinaa yɛ appoint yɛ da before you are appointed and the appointor will engage you and tell you what he wants na yɛ pɛ sɛ na matena mi ɛbɛka ne sɛ nanado frɛ ne sɛ ɔbɛma no special prosecutor then na ɔka kyɛ no ne nyinaa ɔsɛ epi
unless wo fan so my special prosecutor
wɔka bibi kyerɛ
no information mo te sɛ
wɔka bibi kyerɛ no
saa
na ade a ɔka kyerɛ no wɔyɛ ya na wɔnyɛ ɛba ne sɛn na sɛ deɛ ada ne ntakwa a ɔsɛ wɔ resign ne nyinaa na ɔsɛ yɛhu because yɛ taxpayers money na yɛde hwɛ saa office no na yɛde nim sɛ matena midu ɔyɛ fie nipa kyɛ sɛ bufuo kaka na ɛbaa na ɔkɔɛ yɛde ɛbɛgyina wa tu wɔmmra na yɛmpɛ party card ma no ne constituency no sɛ ɔntumi nkɔ sire mu koraa na nka ha yɛbɛtumi apɛ madina sɛ ɔte madina yɛbɛtumi apɛ constituency bi ama na yɛama ne membership card na ɛgya John Dramani Mahama ba na yɛhu baabi a ɔno nso yɛde ne bɛsi na this is a very serious issue wohwɛ special prosecutor issue no ɛnyɛ ade a yɛfa ne lightly it gives a lot of signal say Nana Ado abanwe aban a ɛnne kwan sɛ yɛsosɔ so aban a ɛwɔ sɛ yɛdi si fam aban a ɛwɔ sɛ yɛtutia because wohwɛ a wo ba no it is in na ɛwɔ manifesto sɛ wo ba wo di special prosecutor ɛba to make sure say you fight corruption.
Send you what the buy and our farmer.
Na unim nanado. So can say the Anas principle beba. Okay. Was say send the Anas SEA investigation. Na ya chichi amount for taking bribes no. What buy no one stop Anas. And ye Ahmed Swale na wo ya Anas ejuma no and ye no na ya kunu. Na she say nanado no wo hwa. Wo ba promises na wo ye nyina no. Is doing something else. Special prosecutor, how many of the MPP activists are special prosecutor Eduamako court? And look at the quantum and the number of corruption cases ewa abanwe. But special prosecutor is not, what's that here and when you're interested, say, is MPP for now or muye boneno, a bet sure. Now, Osha, media I can see something fishy in there. But me matami du pa obeka.
Okay.
Say ya wo fi office there.
Yes, obeka brubru nsem.
Sambe pie. Because ohwe ne John Dramani Mahama kan. Ya mawo ejuma say koye report on Ejapa. Eye den na paragraph baako eba on Airbus. And when I will share reports now, you can see, say, this report, there's something wrong with it. And na ye na ye nim. Ye ma we ejuma na na e wasa we wi a na wo de ho report aba. Investigation ye mfa body enkofra banchi. Uye body de a na wo de aba. Banchi de no nsu du a na wo de aba. E den na we de nko a de. Omo hu say Ejapa no a big blow for them. Na me pese me bisa matame du ye for so no. Emma ne true a bus then and I say a mistake because me file report and I couldn't understand what was going on. Until me there no GD pa say in sama Akosua die a chebi bia one a chese nanado aban afili because car yes spending at the office of special prosecutor from day one akopim neno it has been a waste. Amfa so bia amre Ghana for na se sadia e wo se ye hwe se sika no a ye spend honom e ye den na ye spend this sika no without dividend because Ghana ska bia no e wo se ye spend a ye nya hu dividend it is ska bia ye spend at the office no e wo se ye bu hu konta because public office is supposed to produce because who private officer oton ade a also yan hu faso na public office so spend this car you must have a dividend ni say ubi djuma na o de report ba na edin faso aba abre oman no na special prosecutor de asem ho pa na ya mencha de enche bia ye ba aban mo ye ba enye ade a ye be jano sa we going to look into it and make sure say ya ne ese efata say ye be no under the special prosecutor no ye be but we show nsema ye nua pani Martinami do can me dem say resignation letter there and one paragraph but we show
nsema de bi wo mum but ultimately say the center of Adiana ye Ejapa Royalties Limited transactions but or see event be see 12 November but no when to me and Chirema ye hu ade na si ye ntia wo giri se yi ne bambo or see the event of 12 November 2020 removed the only protection I had from the threats and plans directed at me for undertaking the Ejapa Royalties Limited transactions anti-corruption assessment reports and detect that I resign as the special prosecutor immediately. It is an incident. And then I may say, Kofoni Beje who say, Enka Womube who what really happened now, a threat to him, and at the same time, a compelling no say one resign because our resignation, the answer come here say, na bibi piano. And now, share the statement no the Babontaine dia.
Until I make us say assembly fiaba because my time be there you be our kana no
atum or to say the boss away free
on kana no ntumuda na you see what is going to happen na me there say you will be bika e was say subone de bo nanado because nanado ne can say ono de ogide pa e was special prosecutor and or create our office. Now that office has been a failure, like all other government policies. Adibiara nanado ashishe biano we omo program free SHS omo and also is a failure.
I didn't know free senior high school say failure.
A big failure.
I didn't know big
failure.
Because nkoda bebre nya ho mfa so ebi kra graduate o mawi o mecha. Enti ni failure na say.
Na omutwa o compare performance dey na ohu we. Generally, the performance is coming down. And I'll go and do a research and see, say, young man no say na him because of free SHS. amudu do say na yim
say wo ko free senior high school nti wo nyim say die nti
say ye di traffic light by no ebi ko green ebi ko yellow nti say wo ma me ko dwuma na order yellow na green for wo fi a ne o ye bia no o ma me nim wo be woni bete no na oba
ba se nurudin why ye teenager pen wonnim say wo ye teenager na so be yankwada abonesem a say wo school mo so wo fie wo be ye say wonnim ye nyina ya ma yo na mrante
why as an adult wo share policy a knowing this ye nyina say ya teenager da you bring a system that will take care of it okay say yesu so ano na your afternoon shift and a morning shift because of 2 ones who obi a one cost was say me wa who ne anopansa was say me wi a enti a lot of people when say time a lot of you don't go to school because onya leeway a what they be fan ho enti na ye can say wo be free SHS akwai say wo be si dan say wo be top plots wo top plot say wo be clear so o clear so asa obey foundation asa na o di dan esi it will be free SHS common sense should tell you say me be free SHS I will have more people than I used to have it is a sad ya na e was say me dream say baby a mo betina sua de no is it enough when yina ya nye
na se nurudi obi su beka senti yen twen ma bibia nye in order na wo ye man kwada bebre parish no mo ntena fie ena nye better sa kwada betena duase na wo school sin se obetena fie
yankasa itina is excellency John Dramani ma fortunately was started building schools why ye bi into ba no all you have to do is to complete it anka o man pedina na do e complete ya anka free SHS no ko ba wo ba no baby a omote no it's not enough ne yesi no you are not completing oko asokore mompona obehu say yesi New Day Secondary School me no ka say is full to capacity oko a baby ankwala etekra no omunya baby nti say anka John Dramani Mahama ansi sa school na bisa hu say sa over 3,000 students anka himfa no mo beti
say oman ye ka say progressive we ba no obeye bia na we so dey
okay nti say also agye to mu say your progressive free SHS.
There is some make us man ye progressive. Aban we ban we bia.
Na we so Minister of Education. Eshia wo Kumasi Pure FM. Ojitu mu say sa free SHS na omo ye no. A progressively free SHS. Na ohwe 2012 ye kwakoto aba no. The debate was clear between Nanado and John Dramani Mahama. Na Nanado say Oba be free SHS straightforward. And John Dramani Mahama said, no, it's enshrined in the constitution. Me meye, but meye ne progressively. Now, obi kase or ye progressively, no 2 terms, what does it mean? Obe starting from first term. Obe we in the second term, no, I ye, what implementing free SHS. But, no, we have outstanding members of the MPP. Omaba out, akase. MPP send omuye free SHS no, it's not good. One is President Kufuor's brother, Ado Kufuor, board chairman for Senate. Oba clearly out, I can say, the way a manner MPP is implementing the free SHS, it's not good. Now, omun come back. Now, omunye consultation, send the NDC for no kind no. Na ade no so yen hihye na yen kakra. This is Ado Kufuor. Obeka sa ono de onye minister na ameboa. Na Ken Oforiata our cabinet minister Ghana skin nyina ekita no ono so ba abonten I can say the way a manner MPP is implementing the free SHS is not right.
Oh, da ben cancer amante.
I'll give you a reference. No Ken Oforiata, it doesn't make sense say no yebeka se neba enko free SHS because we scan obetimi etria school fees no. Ama wo tria ebimu school fees kra aka ho sa na okan enti onu fi say obi a obetimi afford free SHS ne bia yemani ntria. That was the program for John Dramani Mahama. Okay, so first year no declare free SHS wo ma yetria scholarship for needy students, those who really need the money. Maybe to you say me bankers free SHS. It doesn't make sense. because minye obi a mintimi ntwa school fees. Meanwhile, there are others. Omu hia mwa. Na ye bi mu ye twa school fees na. Ye betimi de esisi dan. Ye betimi aboa ama yanya quality. Say look at how our quality is going down. Intimi kase omu programs ni nyina no enye papa. That is what I mean. Oshe planting for food and jobs. Enye papa. Program no kra no na Ministry of Agriculture. Not already a program no before we left. Omo buy no omo sisa dinner planting for food and job. Okay, I said the same minister. Eba abonten, eba kase say plantain, ube toba akwa 5 cedi. Our market woman came out and give it to him. Say, so ono ebia wonya kickback na on toduane a omo de bia omo na plantain ba ko 20 Ghana. It will share policy by policy, programs by programs. Except say this government has been a failure. Now, the time is now. The change is coming. It has actually landed. I can't say distributed because we share near Akosua my more 2 million at form. Ghana 2 million and kita obiao. Na nado a catcher will say only kita 2 million or bois 2 million out of form. It is say aka ne obe yi ni hu akoto afatu mi no
e dey ntina wo kasa because the president or ruling nation no or toto ne niam say dey say wo toto no
say no o dey bisa hu your life situation 2016 and now which one is better hwenoma ekoso you can take sector by sector. Take security. People in Ghana feel more secure in 2016 than now. They say obiani nama or shenechi because you don't know when somebody will come and attack you. Shenyesi wa Alaba ewa Kumasi. It has never happened in the history of Kumasi. Say obi enya kukudro aba Alaba with guns say obi because Alaba no a extremely busy area. All the time there is traffic and the place is built up. And omo ho no so sebio omo nye obi a obenya ne cheap. Meanwhile, armed robbers got the guts to move on Friday and go and shoot within the community and take their money. Enti ohwe se ne kunkum the same Kumasi Yezongo servants oba kaya ye crown for baku youth baku 7 na youth in so amuna abua MPP campaign in 2016 eye dena ye do omo command so ye ko shutu omo wie no so pe ye say omo ya armed robbers ye koya investigation nothing shows say omo ya armed robbers ohwe I can give you little of example na ado eba pe the seat of government and the chief police in a bone. Everybody saw the video. Nanado antimi anye bibia amfa ho. Eno dan chen Kumasi, the head of regional security council. Where rep of national security ewo Kumasi. The youth had the guts to enter RCC a security zone. Echi papai ebono. And see why court so they attacked the judge and ran away. This has never happened in the history of Ghana.
But said Nurudin obia beka se obia memua breso no. There was some excesses near maybe a hu wani enye ho. Mampanyi dada mahama breso ye hu armed robbery cases ye hu nkrofo a omo so yi ebi a bank managers ye timi kokun bi ewo omo fie. Ye betimi de san ye mani nyina incidences e besi excesses no akwohye mampanyi na wotie Gyaso se wono na amasa incidents na esisi ana.
Who is the commander the commander of the armed forces?
One
in charge of security. Now when also it's not like any ordinary incident. The first one happened right in his office. We expect say some prosecutions will go on. When any problem we share ne eba ekoye no we won say omampani no ebema investigation akoso na ya chi nipa no na e di na akọ court at least ye de nipa no befa process no so ba ohwe ne ekoso ewo nanado amaimu a he pretend as if when who ne ekoso something happened at the Flagstaff house a security detailer ye de na ba Flagstaff house somebody would enter and beat him up and the president will be watching ohwe Kumasi de no so a regional minister seat somebody will enter an approved officer ye buno ye expect to say president bemba investigation akoso investigation so no koso a ye expect to say president e de betu dwa na amanfo na omo yesa ade no ye de omo court ye process omo at least ni hu se Ghana no ye wo mra e wo Ghana akwai se mra ne de say we MPP a mra no enchew ba we NDC ana we bibi a bu mra ne de a echew ufa ye health system a and also I say Oshe hospital sa John Dramani Mahama started say we build Oshe hospital equipment Oshe normal wo no in the health sector aban we buy no ni na wajai okay say 2016 ye the Bank of Ghana hospital buy ye the Legon hospital buy no omo ka say a photo show na ya me de onika o ba utriaka yame onika ba udika nyame betua COVID ba no ewumu a ye say minister for education na po COVID ache no ye de na ekwan ye de na akoto green book so can the green book heal people ye wumu a ye say minister of health na nkasa no so COVID ache no na ye de na akọ John Dramani Mahama hospital Legon medical center ye wumu a dambotwe ono say COVID ache no ye de na ekọ Legon medical center sa medical center na omo ka say a Photoshop no it doesn't exist o ne yame aye
say you see green book no enye ebi wo ho a ewom ebi won so enim as a fake projects bebre wom na ebi nso wo ho a real nti ebi ana University of Ghana de ne de na wo ho but akwan bi amoka say kokko rose bi ye ko na ho nyina ye futuro emudie ene
fake ena emudie he ena real omo cheche won say green book is fake Photoshop uko on the ground you can see it but nyame de obechewa oba wo mre COVID ba na I expose all of them ufa education so sa na me ne ye me ya pa me nua ba because me fra Ashanti region niye mi ya pa wo mu ne say yeah ye fi Ashanti region ya twa abo because ohwe ade a Ashanti region ayama MPP na ohwe the way MPP has abandoned Ashanti region ya papa
but said Rudin Crawford so be kan say monso the voter region ayama mo ede na monso ma because monso ma breso votarians so demonstration
voter region there ya be
papa monso ye demonstration kutia mo say mo aban woso no wo mu nya hwe and monso ye demonstration
ya mencha de okwa omo kwan ya ye okwa every district obehu say omo ni hospital a omo chips compound omo ni chips compound omo clinic. You are making sure, say, within the voter region, we have a number of health facilities. Uber educational, e-blocks na ye every voter region. It's a dear biara ye chebiano, omunya omofa.
But e-blocks ya wako fa ho asema be e-blocks ye simusi si bi wo nwuram. Baby wo ha musi no a eye day can't mean koho. Mefan say school ni si ha. Na baby nipa wo chiri so ne akosi school no ne de asi nwuram eti ansa na mo kan se mo besi se 200 blocks no na mo pepentie ne nwuram baby kura na mo akosi bibi asi wo na mo gya ho esusu ye ntimi nko eti ese mo kura mo project na mo di twa mo ho ene ye si school mutimi ko siste days school e-block wo baby ankwara ntimi mfa form enko When so much honzo.
Meanwhile, ba enu nyina no. Enya asem a eye no kwe.
Sa
Adujama. Ne almost start AC Ashanti region there Adujama. Na almost start say ewewem. Na okoho na wo hwe ba bi akro no wo a. The distance in shut down wa. ude car air kohonoma within 5 minutes.
Yes, baby, how would me fa can go into me so nothing. But my quack you.
Share me brand new school yesi ewoku. Ebi ni hosa. Even Prempeh College, Anglican Secondary School. Time I see all those schools, they were not in town.
But say kaya boarding, you say who could sin wongra say ya boarding. But ko any day, also be nantim fengurum. Akola ketwa no family school.
We share distance now. Unantia maximum 10 minutes. Wadu.
Oh yes, sure.
Because ube suya dia, ube si school. E also school adanya sebio ubenya peace. Deden how macrom se ube school ube si a school adan. We understand now. A man for no better no more suya dia because the noise in the community would definitely affect them.
But say mobility no say na baby ankola kro yi we ni baby school yi we.
Na onim say sa schools na ACN. The package comes with a school bus together with a pickup. Intano pe bia no school
students nanka mo be no.
No, all the schools me honom say Pakoso. Omo school baako, omo pickup and omo bus. Intano pa bus no ekoran ekosesa students na the bus school. Iti we enhye da anya problem. Ye dey fi say but akwa say omo hu say school adan na efe. Nobody do good and nice. It's omo ni bibia ho beka no ane say it's a distance. Nobody in his rightful thinking mind ebe see a school dying these days no the back room. It's not tenable. KNUST time I university call hono. E ho nyina ya wem but enne hwe benefit ayenya. Nti eno de wo hwe wo de eno tunchen wo kasa wo say uba Prempeh Assembly Hall we are expanding. Oko your friend is saying Anglican Secondary School we are expanding. Uba Accra Girls we are expanding. Expansion there no enkan because so ye expanding. Nye bisani say how many brand new school baako baako kra na na do ntumi anya brand new school baako
but say schools existing schools no mo so complaining with infrastructure development or so complaining with near mo de be nti schools na wo hodada no wo mo nsa enso wo machi wo horo na mo say kwesi fufura se ne wo mo ho no ye mo machi entimi wo ntimi horo wo machi no mo nyina brane na yentimi fa more students wo mfi so mo facilities ne dada sizembe kwakwo sibi wo nwuram na nkora ntimi nko
ho your development you have to do the mix your existing your existing schools wo they need accommodation they need dining hall they need assembly hall and no e was all provided but and also enough e was say utimi see new ones e kan ho. So that is the mix. Time I buy no. Take Kumaka for instance. You see new dining block. You see nurses quarters and sick bay. You see new classroom block. You see assembly hall amahomo. But that is not enough. Despite all these things, you say the brand new school bako ebe count. If you can compare the two, obia watime improve the existing ones. Aside the new one ebe count. Any obia akasa me the existing one nkwana may improve upon. You can't compare the two.
Neza mo problem ne say ye mampani oba ye o de free senior high school e bon ho nsamrani wontimi nsi secondary school
ba ko kra new school ba ko kra wontimi nye o ma ye bia o mo nka uba
na say wonti ana say umpeso
no mo ya mo nka brand new school from the beginning wa kwaje plot esi adan a launch new school mo ye bia mo nka.
Okay, no problem.
Oh, okay. And we the Nuruddin mama onyi wa home because me no abo adwuma pa mema Richard Asante Yeboa NPP Deputy Director of Communication Richard memo akwa aba o
ya mo ba hima
bibi aboko de
onyame ne yedi ni wa bre o
sa o
ready
but Nuruddin nkomo ade o
I so call asore na osofo onim ne oka wa sonda mu ahu na say the preachers or the past girlfriends
onka de
or the ne preachers those no akutua preaching sa
na ba mambre Nuruddin nkomo ade kafra nsempana bantu don't worry mama benya nsempana onu watiefo na machia menuen me say esi udu court kan na ondi bem ene nchese wasem so yede na mbiti se na nani abre o cheche school no moye mamboku ani mpro no forest mu no
what you see 10 minutes walk 10 minutes I'm correct say ma me we who be e be forest in finfin ba finfin
which one
ajo fa ka be
no which one you have to mention me can adunjama de no and me can say it's just 5 minutes walk me
so ka say me no bia ne mpo bia ha nti ma me kwan na me kan
ba encounter kwa na wa bo school na wa bo area o na wa church
ba me
Bemena
me no so be ha dwen say mo chechele fanko si abonti
ria no wa ba you are a gentleman pa o de Richard ka say yeti o
gentleman say no nya ba akokra mpo afa na asempa no so ye be banti so ne wotiti ne say no me
Richard ma asempa no nkoi
ma asempa no nkoi me na me say asempa ne say MPP any NDC aban there's vast difference between the two political parties no o hwa na say esum any ohan amamu ho asem na ye ka ho asem say MPP aye ohan na ye de nokre any ebu man na ye magana fo hu ne ekoso na o hwe NDC nsusu anje so o hwe katase hye kankan proye any esum nti sa nyemai na opese o compare na medi ne ho areho bebre go me ba na metie edu ba bi so o Ora Mahama University of Ghana Medical unim Ghana in development nyema akoso de Ora Mahama oni Lagos Hospital hu capture bia Lagos Hospital nya Ora Mahama na shashe oni man kon kasa some of the hospitals no bobo din na mami they all part of the Eurojust project Ora Kufo ekwaji loans ebe ni osati Legon hospital Ora Mills nti asem na oka no hu ne ti no hu ne nan na ni wo mi se emi se ese Ghana 14 ni mabi mase ye fa sector by sector education ye call rules ye call health there's no sector in this country aside corruption NDC betme BTMPP corruption there are that is a kankane proye de yemtimi omo kwa kansi wo ani de obi anu so wo mudi anim kan but in every sector agriculture economy there's no sector in our life obetimi akase NDC aban emra wo so omo boa Ghana esin ye ma Ghana mai o start no obi si ohwe wo asetenemu no obi sa so wo hwe asetenemu nene 2016 na one difference is saying ma me menka e kra na 2016 na mame sabre na unya nso for free meboa ben na unya nso for free 2016 sabre mi ka say na nkane abo ni atum dwom owura kufu aroba watete so in terms of wo personal economy no kra no wo benefit 2016 na omma no wo fa asefo eno oso amma mo na busu 14 nyina na obi abekosko edi ntoboa e de support meboa na ene owura kufuado free education or the amount what fa 2016 sabra me no kase maame na utua nsuka ene ofie adodan kwa kufuado se odi nsu chew me no kase 1.2 million Ghanaians are former part of the lifeline consumers of electricity omo enjoy free electricity bisa ho se sa question e bie bisa anu bisa se wo hwe wasetrem ne ene sa mre na twam Sabre now businesses for almost 4 years now could do so more my business I basa. On kwan we she fridge ma ura obekwa adwuma beba na kwan ura mama udum so kwan ase asai ese fridge ma pro. And sa niema na form no ya no in terms of your personal life no umfamu bi. Osi free education enye na enkoyie educational standard are falling. Really? Oba hime na no ya results ibaye na who ni saying for the first time in our history yenya more than 50% of every student 50% of students are omo go write all the core subjects and passing and see that at every point in time anko English be math sana anko titifi omo twa school fees ko no mo feli ene father say mama untua school fees untua nsuka uko school ebe mo aduane edi school uniform ye de ma textbooks yɛ de ma wo teacher motivation bibi PS ye bia wo school for hu bia no aban atu saa na moyi ɛna nkore atwa exams yɛ twa ne ni o wo say education standard falling omunya na falling na mo de mo de no de na ebe improvement aje so mu nyina we nkore yɛ twa exams yɛ bia bo mu sam a obia ni agye a wofo ni agye say ni akono ne sɛ wobɛwo ba na akɔ school na asua de na ɛbae no so yɛ bɛn no de mpa bɔ tennis wotumi atworo na wotumi atwa ɔbɛto so akɔ school pɔn mu na akono
Basa Richie de bi ka sɛ ade no nka wo hɛ mampanyi dada mahama ni proposal progressive no na no yɛ fi so obi wɔ ha obetumi atua school fees
mami
enti yɛ wɔn mu a wɔn ni bie
ɔmaami
yɛ bɛmɛ na
ɔwura mahama oni proposal bia okrom ha oni proposal bia okrom ha bibi on person omo ye ma so person sha hye ye be friend rebate ashe ye tua some percentage of onipa no ni school fees na be those around 500 and something ese Mr. Osio be tua mu 120 cedis eno no enye free education nothing eno kra nipa kakra bi no yom eno so hwe ma be na NDC constituency organizer bi ba ward chairman bi ba minister bi wo fase within the NDC for no mu ye mu bi no mo so masene ene free education mo hwan enim akweleba enim jifaba enim kokoba enim ahyetuba na enim kodwo mensa ba na kwaku suba obi bia wo ye Ghana ni banko ade unya free education bi wey eni nia na NDC for person mo ye no difference ben wo mu samre na awofo ton wontoma you see nipa bebrente ne ekoso na se oba ahime yemu bi mu yehwe ba bi ye free ne be pi kroma eni bi anyame apagi ne be nante ne kan sem afa education nipa bi mu ntiase na ya hwe me call breakum secondary school fro na mba legon to aso call other schools makoko ni
na on my mic no okay.
The day is not about me. The concentration will be just to end there. But there are people many of them call Secondary school no. Nanka omu school no. Mame, nanka ombe me atwaso akọ omonim. But because of school fees SS1 ana omo twitwa so. Ebumu ye omadwen so omo kofa nsuo so akọ Libya. Omo ko wu to nsuo mu. And na school awie PhD obi mu nkasa abre mu so kitabi akolos nkoma kokobi makia several months nkoma yie bi me so nim fa so nsiomo minim yansa nsiomo some of them are extremely intelligent but say nipa obebo omonti yen several people are omabra sa omabra bo abawiye because of sa or how ni hianti enti wunne ufa ne se aban bi aba no si me so ni pass ni me twa no school fees amano onko school ko nyom fa bi nko onya hwenu ane so okroko school na otia na si eno mfa so ni so na nipa no ya na shift system nti ompe shift system no ompe se ne ochina we ko na we ba ni se yempe ni sa really wasem ni se nka mo obi mu ntina fie na nka mo ton dog chains obi mu enye power obi mu nya niam na mo brabo nyina nsai ochi so be school dan ni nyina be wi
power open dog chains everybody
what must say
up to date people sell dog chains and there are power in the system
and on those one ton dog chains and they are doing it by choice not because of sikani ho because education
dog chain don't demean them
education
it's a noble profession
don't worry although you are not free rama say on any ma na moti Dubai na dia de no
David na don't start who na say noble profession ni bana woman creative art na woman ko dog chain
me say
ya Ronaldo ni bana wo de
nye wa na wo twa wa no ka say noble profession ma me who say enya ho kire na say schools who scarce obeko school na ka school is the best who na say noble profession ma na say noble profession there I no afro Mahama
wa man Ronaldo ansa so unim say betimi afro ni pa wo fe na nado ansa
obanyi wasma wo kan umi am
so na nado na mu ma fe John da man
enuru di man nto aso
wo asem na
that tangent I will not agree
so what you said and ka won kasa
me ti ase pa
because who say noble profession me nka say noble profession there's no way I'll see say apart from so be a ono wa be nyuma bebre na as part no na say small boy be nam kwa so no kita dog chain so ton 10 years 11 years 14 years no ton ni there. There's no way in my life will I see such thing as noble profession. So when I also a noble professional, good for you. And I'm actually say, and there's an idea there, or a shooting ketia or move from monomocoton dog chains. And I mean about a fence or Ramama, Nere, a poor friend and a man or canon to a noble professions. This is how we don't build country with those kind of things. And Timame, near a Kufado Yano dear, Obi Piano obey me a casse, any idea Ghana for any faso. In terms of infrastructure, Oba Panye and the Ministry of Education, Minoka say, you see in excess of 1,400 facilities across the country. A bit science laboratory, a bit classroom, a bit dormitory blocks, a bit more a lecture halls, administrative blocks across the country. In terms of building fresh schools from the scratch, you see several of them. And the good thing is, you're making it so easy, sir. MPP, I can say we are near more even GPS address, so you can track it. Baby, you won't know. You feel like I say, well, Jack, where are you projecting? And this 4 years no be. You know what's in the you can't say, man, you trust say. MPP can say, ya body, uko ha, you trouble your body in issue, but corner body in issue of some. And to what won't near my no asino, and your war was him. Because there's no way you can compare what's being done now and the joy your parents are. And then we are wofua can we say and then another kufuado. Senka the whole year no we wait be about 3,500-4,000 and send our back to school. Sa sikanina a kufuado say fashion business mo. Uko tiveta in a year no nka school fees share somewhere close to 4,500 to 5,000. Sa sikanina Ura Kufado saw their chow. Or the chow including examination fee. And then BC for culturalism, so Muntia school, Muntia examination fee. SSC, Okotra, and your friend Wasi, Untra examination fee. All these things have become free. To the point say, Yen Yamun Kulaya, ye square, boom, on back to a so called money. Abide this say, even in terms of their tertiary education, Ukrano. Nyamia dom wo na watimi aye Ghana card ni bia aba be ma loan na dia hwe ho nya fe na kwhwe guarantors ukotwetwa bribe akopɛ guarantors ana akopɛ omo abusuafo akopɛ amanfo chow. So long as you are holding the Ghana card no, now you can get some facility and loan na betimi aboa ultimi atko school wey umpe we ade na pebi aban be na adwen Ghana for who say edin hihye papa say aba Obi bi obeka cho say this o sit down o wiase nyina wiase certificate education the bakono ye mambo boni no drink Ghana for ho because can we say oba hima e emra owura mahama o free achimota school no three school fees akọ the northern part of the country sabra ne papa po minister na akọ preso o school no o se ni papa de no ko kan ono ani book my first school data na the papa de no ko ho because so betimi akọ enjoy free education nto no Titino, Eko northern region ko enjoy free education. Bisa say sabre no na yesi schools e organ nyina na north nyina na yesi schools nyina o. Na e bibi awie. But he went to enjoy free education. Emre so say ye dey ba no, also is not possible. Oko Kenya, omo try bi, a Google omo education system back in opposition. Oba ye friends parking power. Oba opposition no so ono ya ban on spend 2 billion and fan kosise education. So the man has no idea. Idea you na introduce say farmer me nye ni ye. I don't say nye ye. Ya oso mu jama me. Na me ba metime ya mana ye. When the thing is already working, the students are passing, parents are enjoying, and the structures have been put in place and it's working. It's working. So that's the difficulty with the NDC. Nti Ghana for muntie manu asem enmre. Me say mu damani na mu pagya mu nsa na mu hwe bankuni ni fa na ma hwe soro na mu hwe ba bi foforo bia na mu nkola ne mu mma ne ye nana mu daachi ne ye di ba wi because NDC for ni owura mahama they do not believe in the free education. the only government or tiasie no de hye pagu fom so betimi aboa magana fo etimi akwa yanim ye betimi nya sa adwuma de ye so mfa so ne owura na na dankwa kufo ado. And there's nobody, because what the beba I say obahima o boyfriend bi na oni ne to akwa ekosi ankosi koda top money on ma kom na ekun uti hu we say on fa ho o ma me yare the hospital on fa ho afọ konyo obi ba no solve sa problems nyina no do akọ school a osu school na akọ no ukọ school anwumre ka yese okọ na panko anti sa da jane san bra sani pemna no wo ho wanti me amputu any measures in place to change your life obi fufura ba ya o se sani pa kro ni o ye no enye ka yese odu ko school no pa na o school no kọ na anwumre nti emboa abra you have not even complained. And that's the NDC. And in terms of nearby or educational front, there's no government in our history what me this and ababia obabia no be what I say in terms of MPP yen nyema ya no de atwam. And in the coming you see say even all the secondary schools I work Ghana any tertiary education nyina no obi e benya free wifi services when it be adodan kwa kufuado ya de nyina be kan education no and aban provide say ye ko school na to pamphlets I benya past questions asolve meboa and aban provide even past questions to assist you because they don't want parents to pay anything no ko jiska o ma me so ko to past questions aban provide more extra classes adan ka teacher for first no be ye no onkla no wagigi o musika ya de ene aban mo ye extra classes aban ne fa kwan sutua nti to support akola bia enko ye se ohia for de na sika for de for the first time obi bia o ko school no ye fa nipa ko fa o mo even o manya event say 888 munyina e form but so obi o ko school bi ni grade kitano I understand so obi wo ho abayewa bi owie JSS no onya 48 nyame dom no na because of the system I operate sabre no onya adage call Egyaso no maame ene resource no be wanya 8 is bisa won say 48 nka enye san chise na kufu ado de baya nka Egyaso gate nkronko onya kwan si ho. There are people who are from less endowed schools near there. Omunya kwan ko achimota ni bi. And then those people no go and see the host laughing. 8 A's, 7 A's. San nipa no, say nya sa arrangement na band the two dwa. Now this is to say if you think say you are grade A school and you have the capacity to transform the lives of people, take those who are coming from the poorer and less endowed schools no. Now build them up, na position mo. And the sanko ni na monya said free education so far so enti and this for the muslim ntiasia then ya kan fa mo ya de an say ya hwemo na Ghana for enim nipa eso mo to abai ma no in terms of emra ye wo mu no obahima ye ko free education so na ko bit is health. You see, in our history there's never been a time in our history abambi ba ya every part of the country, even the forgotten part of the country, enjoy access to ambulance services. Ebi sida until send another than Kwakufuado. Ebeba. Ne ebi sida, and every constituency or every district, our ambulance. And this for nya kwan so be my ambulance no. Omuko fa 23 and look rasa na trotro. Na hwini no mu de be go. And another Kwakufuado, ya must state of the art ambulances. You buy a hospital say be 2 years from Kufuor Pensu you get projects in there didn't no. Be ni ura mama den so mu wanti ma anya ne ade na ya be complete. You wie so and then you started projects say friend agenda 111. Are you building hospitals 101 across the country including 6 regional hospitals. Aban pen and yes this kind of investment will help you have nurses here for over 98,000 nurses. You have more doctors. And then under this government, for the first time in our history, we a doctor now call postgraduate, or masters. you enjoy free education, school fees. And the MPP, for the first time in our lives, medical doctors are telling their stories and they're enjoying this.
We are not a comment to Martinami. Did you know, Mammy?
Within the health, the same health now. Within this COVID era, when you buy your nurses and your doctors, you buy the mom. The way I buy a can wash his near Edia Guho, a mom, Ghana, be benefiting from those kind of policies. America, I call Mubunu, not Ghana, General. You share assessment the whole world. Near per country, you didn't see a pagu form near 2 and more COVID-1. Not Ghana, Tosso Mensa. We, China, Japan, Ghana, and Tosso. Because of the measures I had a good form, yet me a cool sayari. Now, you so your doctors in necessity, you didn't share good form, your bomb who buy, your bomb with this cow, Benyani, everything I bet me a bomb, Mumana Koso. This is a government that case. Mame, also, men comment on Martin and send the other issues. As some Cassibian say, Yen Oka. Ora Martin Mido. Another Kwakufa and say, Ejuma, special prosecutor, the Shannon, sir. Yam for Sonny the man, or G, you bet me why. A true also, or the Nejuma Tunchain. I mean, it should not be news to anybody because Yen say, this is not the first time I run in life or run at my do. You did maybe a shine and say, be our resign and I say, Bibisa. Sida, what am I saying? And tis also no or the Juma to a meaning same Bibria make out of home. Near and say, you better focus on the near my bet me a boama my tumpo. Ti mean can't send Bibria for home. And the Onona or Gina Jumano say, or Brea or they are 2 John Fantunche.
Okay, yo. Mekan will say okay FM Egyaso Gyaso dwumedie no wasuguso awutie no ye di nkomo na enne ensam no edoso na ye be free owura matena medidie megidi se Nuruddin ye owura matena medidie de wadi kan comment on no dadanti ye de besi on yakọ other issues so na issue kese e dapa so apart from owura matena medidie a eba ye enumre ya on de ne de na ye hyehyehye ti se Gyaso no ye mampani dada Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings a wonya ne ba bikro ene na ban be a book of condolence ni mu ema ye mampani dada John Dramani Mahama ni other dignitaries so omko ye Alankwaje Chematin any other prominent people ekwo ya omko sign book of condolence no na issues ahodo papa yi free mu no niam bia sorry ebi mu che omagene emu ba ko yopanyi ya Aboatinjan was say failure to use Rawlings death to unite NDC will spell doom for us was see as a NDC party no hu se mampani dada Rawlings na wa free mu no se party na manage affairs ni ye na wo ma mankabo mu ama wan sha edin sunsuanso bone na ebebre wo mu na owura sedin ketia se NDC fo nsore no mo nwe ni abato yi December 7 abato no mo mfa nhye mampani dada Rawlings animu o mo mfa nhye na animunyam enkoso yi na owura sedin ketia ya san ka bibi fa ho se asede o mampani na na dada nkwakufu ado pese o hijack mampani dada Rawlings ni wo no ho ntotoye no wo mo na besie wo mo ade owura ofoso ampofo so comment on the same issue our non so dear basa we won't allow anyone to dictate to us how to mourn Rawlings ti kwa be fa so e be jam ye mampani dada Rawlings no orofo so ampofo se ni obi na be kire omo ne ye wo monye ebi so se wo ye state asset into onya NDC fo nko adea wo be som wo man no wo ye former president eti ene wo free mo nya NDC fo nso na e me kire kwa ye mfa so nya yie e yo man ne be ni abusua e ne be kire kwa se se ye fa so yie nya party no e ne be kire ne nyina ye issue a asori e bobo bantimesha se wo Nuruddin Nuruddin me gidi some founder fra wa free mu no ya rehusem a esie nenso issues arising na mabobo so no wo comment and say next 15 minutes
you mean aba answer na make us and I want to place on record
okay
say me challenge me nua say na nado say what me see brand new school back a onka ontumi anka e bia sa na omoka oba na was 1400 Intina John Dramani Mahama uko 2 no one say media menka thousands o me bubo baaku mienu miensa ena enu wontimi ambo school baaku brand new school ananado 4 years ya man we see I want to place that on record wanina mo
don't worry so
na or say water light free 2016 na covid ho enye covid anka nso be free enye covid anka light be free 2016 na ye ni covid o Ghana nti you don't expect say water and insoni light e be free and insoni light are free no mokoje hu sika mudi one sheet of paper eba parliament eji hu sika say covid sika no kan ye see mun cheye ne omudi aye kra mun ntimi nye say mun nam na mu chiche sika covid sika na omu chiche mane pase omu to abama mo obi a oji sika ne bia na ondi Ghana star enya ade a obetua hu kada MPP ni diska bro say gina to abama me ameshaw sika ne Ghana de je na tutia no na tuma John Dramani Mahama minua obi enim say His Excellency former President Rawlings a statesman by all standards. And now ye can democracy asem ye share dividend ye within the Fourth Republic ni na no. Who midwife the Fourth Republic? It was Jerry John Rawlings and the midwife rule the Fourth Republic. Yen renuma MPP a omo kutia Rawlings against June 4th ni na no say there almost say Rawlings omo japade. And no no look at the nice things that they were saying about him. Oh nipa suban no. Now yet there ordinary founder and I so NDC. Ye titi NDC no Rawlings ono na die nim. Entenye obi and a bet share how to mourn our founder. Yeni busuafo no eka. We are key stakeholders when it comes to the barrier services of the founder. And again, chairman Anado and dictate what to do. Because Ocean see last week, you know, new pa. What to say? Ye be a book of condolence as how to muda baby. It doesn't make sense. Found the who you know, mostly ye international conference center. Mudi book na afede. I say the book no so akọ Flagstaff House. Say omuhun say we are smarter than them. They want to use and take advantage of this death no mudi but it's not going to happen because NDC abu minded that. We open book of condolence at the national office. Uko regional offices are book no ho. Uko even at the constituency offices now book no ho. Yeah. And like we said, your chairman epie be kasaye, your general secretary asedun ketia e kasaye, ya ntwen nanado mandate Ghana nhihye eche say president a wote so say former president ewu a ono na eye chief mourner, but that do not give you the license to solely dictate a kwan a yebefa so aye funeral because papa na owu ye no first and foremost obusia ebusuano de determine the processes na yedi ni besi
sentina ebusuano so kwachia mampanyin wo se ebusuano kwachia no
se omukobo na amane that is the protocol so omukosi na yie enti omukosi na yie wi a eno nche se ono na ebe dictate how the whole thing will go enti ye wo kwan a ye fa so ye ja your founder ekwan ye ni ebusuafo no ye tutu ye say ye tutu ya ne di si ho na nado opa onfa ne hu njim openso a onfa ne hu de opese obia oyebia wo ye but ye de no the way mu start here no it shows say you are not interested in giving him the befitting burial because ma untimi nka say obia ansori emra Flagstaff House no metro book of condolence and na nanado statement a wo issue ya no binuaba so what kind statement na it shows say nanado wan fa buo amma ye party no unim say Jerry John Rawlings and the founder of the NDC and now we film ubeye statement there is no single mention of the NDC. Why? Is it deliberate? Is it a mistake? And I say your trauma on one kind or issue statement. So one kind there any you are somebody Paul Ghana. Now say deliberate in so we will not accept it. Because ene oman penny dada ewo MPP ewu a we console the family and we console the party. Yentimi console family no any party ni film. Because the founder used his blood to seal the signature of the NDC. It will share Nyananado area na kwese deliberate attempt to be you obi film and I say because in Shishena man kwanse where chief mona no he want to solely dictate. Yeah, can't they are trying to say he can't dictate to anybody. Wofi say or person woye bibi because state has given him the power say or a chief mona on the ene obeye na yanso any family no so ye beye ne ese fata and the legacy of his excellency John John Rawlings will never die. Ye won shishye bebre say even me constituency book of condolence e wo ho ya yan shishye enra ya vigil with or without nanado enra ye vigil no so ono na enra vigil no ka na me hwe say MPP4 and anipa baako mienu bi be ba ho because Rawlings is a statesman. I have not seen the MPP. Meanwhile, be do two more. And yes, I am.
Now, we sure say be a mu invite wo mu de. Because
Rawlings funeral, you don't need to invite.
There be say be a party. They say we there. Who's a party in a vigil? And he said party in a vigil.
Party in a vigil. Am I a founder? We're former president. Minyaba. Do we need to invite them?
Oh, open.
Do we need to invite them?
Onye sure say when invite wo mu krebe do mo hu say be a bibi say Akosumpo.
Enti Andrea na esi ye no first in history because amampeni dada omu na ye ya utimi hu say both parties na involved. But when Omabopo say they want to take advantage, there is no advantage to take over this. And then she share no so say the medical kan no Yeni family no because we are all together. Yeni family ne kan ekwan ya be fa so na yaya befitting barrier for former president. Send American can omanpeni opa on be joining, but we will not allow Nanado to dictate how Rawlings legacy will be kept.
Na mo necessary mo ko join mampanyi anase mampanyi necessary be join mo. Say wa kan say one na ye chief mo.
No, say no, we show bad faith because right from the beginning, you know, wanye ne ese fata se woye
na mo peso ye dey
yeah issue statement now or issue first of all and also we console the party as NDC because yeah this year na film is one of our heroes that has fallen into ultimate issue statement abra umma yako it's against protocol even your mama cry intisa. Later now issue and have you seen say we mention even the NDC? Yana ade ato yani. Ade ato yani. Udwin say ene ya omampeni dada kufo efirma ya ma MPP for yako. Definitely e ba ma omo yako. Na edi entina na nado etimi throw letter at the issue statement announcing the death of Rawlings, expressing condolence to the family without mentioning the NDC. Without consoling us. That shows say, I mean, there is an ill.
Obibeka say, you look at the bigger picture. He say, your man penny dada na wo no ebusuafo ni nuanu. Me wo mu say the wo kan we founder for NDC. Ebeka mo de but and the yire
Osan found the NGO nti ano so yan bo NGO for di ne mo.
Osan
sorry di.
Whoa, by Rawlings.
Osan kwa sorry yan mo na sorry di. Yan bo yan ma na mo nya Ghana for.
Yo, Mate. Me say what?
Oh, football. Osan support
let's say now
football team.
Now my brother is confirming it's deliberate.
Football now support.
It's deliberate. Omo issue that statement. Yes, we are.
Whether mutirimu ya model.
We will not allow them to do what they want to do.
Enu nkwansu enu sa NDC na ma statement mu ntina mo say abani twa moja nana.
Eye enu nkwan.
Na de ebiem.
Eye den na. Book of condolence na ye bie.
Ye yi de kwa Accra International Conference Center. Enu so ye issue.
No, that day no ye de ba Accra International Conference. Ye de Flagstaff House.
Ansa na omo de ba.
Omo pese ye ba Flagstaff House na ye be throw book of condolence. Ye be o pese o try na o de.
Ba mo mpe ho no.
Ade na be security zone. Say me Flagstaff House ko.
Na ntie ne se nti na omo de ba Accra International
Conference. Say di jagu mu. Ye catch on say ye mpene.
So wana na ewo.
Ena ye start say
from the beginning
book of condolence in our national office, regional offices, and constituency
secretary for Mubuku Nibi. Oh, yeah, they receive visitors. And this for the
book I receive customers and
this is there Ora Mama Sanibia. Secretary for you reception.
Whatever book it is, Oko constituency.
Proper one and no
who say book of condolence now be useless. It's one side because Anka nipa bako krancho. It's here found that here. Yen train ma obi nche ekwa ebe faso amone no. We will give him the fitting barrier and like what I said when Ketia said. The only tribute that we can give to Rollins and they say ebe mobilize your home. Na ye pay in our numbers. Na ye protect our ballot. Na ye to abane kama. Na yame adum 7th January. Na ya to abane we. Na His Excellency John Dramani Mahama abetina seat na aye chief mourner so that we can give him a befitting barrier. I don't trust Nanado obema ne befitting barrier ese fata. Ni e wase ni se etuni fi akondwa no so. Ye tunu fi ho no ma na ye nua ye papa ye bibia His Excellency John Dramani Mahama abe president of this country. Obe president na nhihye pa ye wo a e wo se ye state agencies a ye wo se ana state properties a ye wo se ye name after Rollins and normal bia ye wo se ye bia no na yatimi ahihye ne papa but ye di agro na ye ja Nanado a obesey legacy na ma entenya ade a ebesoso
na nurudi na bi ka se ase mampanyida da Rollins wuye ase NDC fo ase mo kasa bebre so papa yi wo hye ne latter days ya na mo hye da ne ntiye papa ehun ase mo hye da ne ntiye papa ena mo ji di free mu ase mo je the party kra ma je free ni nsem na ase mo be pretend te se de mo do papa ya ma mokra mu na mo refi kra sa founder bi kra wo ho enti ebisi mu NDC mu ye nya atwom wo be yi ano se
enye no kre founder de ye nem say okoso eba form a ye ne nenam na party bia ye wo disagreement who say enami no otie Nanado and John Kufuor they are in good terms. Who said that? Everybody has his own disagreement. And no,
I'm telling you that they are on good terms.
I'm telling you as a matter of fact, they are not.
Oh, fact.
Me facts. They are not. But I don't chase on your party ba. I don't chase. I mean, ye bibia yankao. Everybody has a way. Obia wa kwanya ofi say uya dia eye. Ebia ofi say me far right ebeboa. Obi nso say me far left ebeboa. Adwin che. But the founder has always been with us. But ono so obi a otimi kana adwen ohun ade na ye nya na menua ba even OKFM amuti management when you have a management meeting don't you have disagreement? Is it not to the betterment of the organization? Mu meetings are by all means obi be fi say ade say wan ye dwuma da ko bia no mu meeting na say officer na mu your management meetings a board meeting na sometimes you have heated argument. Ni nyina no a commitment a woman that institution. It's a founder there. And ya dia we free party is never announced say waja NDC. Ono na edi NDC bae. E kwan bia ofa so eboa NDC bia no obeye. So we betie John Dramani Mahama o enra wakasa no. Wase obeyi ni running mate kra no. Ko founder ho. Founder gave him the blessing. Was it one second meeting in Yendria? So, menem say, when I open my blessing mouth. Say, I'm pa founder any 18 year. Obey say, am I? Inti minua ba, near me, say, Jerry John Rollins has fought for this country. Why ye be my pa, and now yet sina ha, yenya sadi edi. Yenya provisions and yet His Excellency Jerry John Rollins anka we nyina emma se say ya yenya goods in abundance se say Ghana ha ne o hwe bia otimi nya the only legacy we can leave to His Excellency John Rawlings say, yebema those things and say the Honorable Aruna Idrisu Ekano, your money affordable. Because John Rawlings of so obia etiminya near all share ewo krom no, o pesa udi banku I also unya, o pesa udi sardina I also unya, and no kwan say yebe say it's only for the few. That is the social justice he's talking about. Senye obia sa won kan na unya good drinking water enuma obia o bunku yoyo e so onu so nya access to good drinking water. So won kan na utimi nya fried rice edia obia owo tamale ana obia owo village bi onu so e so utimi nya access to those things, and me no ka say those things are not there. Even though we have in abundance food our system no, you cannot afford it. Until you able to me I say you be nanado efi nkonwa no so you can't afford it. The money to pay for it is not there. How many people can purchase sardine to eat? How many people in Accra can buy sardine to eat?
Okay.
Availability need there. Jerry Rawlings Adawoma availability no ewo ho nanado Adawoma affordability no eni ho nti ne ewo say ye ne say ye be ma His Excellency John Dramani Mahama aba, because John Dramani Mahama time now ho no the price as compared to today are not the same. You could see say the price has double, triple, quadruple. Say kra no ohwehwe bibia obre ansana unsaka nti ye de ya resolute say ye this year de yen yinima His Excellency the founder, we will give him every befitting barrier nti nanado de constitutional mandate na ye de na to say uno say nanado pa wanya kra anka obeyi ni hu efim, but akwese nhihye na achichire no ato. Now we will not allow him to dictate to us a kwan ebefa so celebrate our founder. That one, if he's thinking about it, he should forget it. And ya dia ebe pene so. Ya ye won hihye ya ye de to akwan mo. Ye ne busua no nso e kan. Say obeba be kan ho ana say obetie tumu a ye ne be ye. Okase onji ntumu a we put him aside. Na ya ye ni ese efata.
Obetimi put the state aside na mo maye mo de. Sema mampani dada Rawlings onye modia oyo man mu ni nyina.
Vigil na ye was state part of it. Oma sponsor.
And say no
dey na omuti say ye vigil no ka say nka say if they were interested nka baby sa bill no. They did not sponsor it.
So obi be say obi mi nsi mo kwan say mo nya vigil.
Ana ye nso ye
ka say muntimi nsi state no kwan say wonye.
Ana America no. Say sa na America me say ye de ye won hihye wo ho. I was say the state, the family, and the NDC, ye kabum, na yen shisha pa, edi jano kwan. But ye say, nanado any state, na free say, they are not interested that. Ye family ni be ni say fatamano. Because I don't think say, adia state epe say ye biya, ye beti me even more than that. Vigil ye na ebo hunka. Uko constituency, any region, any national office, book of condolence na ye yen. Yeah, because who said they want to sabotage it?
A notebook, don't worry. I need a notebook.
And your notebook. Now say near Nanado buy no so. Near Nanado buy no say no say notebook.
Piece of a
near Nanado every buy no so. I no say notebook. Whatever it is, no. The book of condolence wo. Enti we are sending a signal to them. Hey, you know the enye say yen to me. You bet me a fund say your jeopardy crown a beton. They are funding the funeral of His Excellency John Rawlings.
Okay.
But because constitution, you know, I'm a mandate say, I will say state a bemubie. But we will not wait for them and will not sit down for them to dictate for us.
Richard Asante Abu Abremo.
Na me say me nua no okasa no first me che ne say asem bi wo ha enya na kura anya so oka so ahu na me manu hu say aban eye ne friend model schools across the country. Enya sa school dana yesi a yakosi yesi e block back ye da kwose forest kwan bimfimfi na ya pay ba biada we ne ye ne yesi classroom blocks yesi dormitories the science laboratory aka ho you see teachers flat you see ni nyina me maw location any sad in sia me no ka say
yes you me see ni na
Oh, now come on to me.
Oh, the new man, you question anomal.
Obahima, way, yes, we ukwa, mean, set here for across the country, muti. Me bo baby, a one idea. Wow, one who be with me. Me, I mess and do pictures amount. What must say? Yes, sir. Call a delivery tracker and so be whom so. A first one made me one more who say a model school, so no, you see 10. Each region be a be coho. Na near baby will be answer so maybe na maybe first one maybe near Abomusu Nisawati Tuwa district Eastern region. You know we are almost done. All this infrastructure you see at the same time. Say science laboratory na Ekoso you see classroom and
was it almost done?
Of
course. The second one Kwadaso Ashanti region. Uko Daba and so ubehu bi o akrodie kwasi in Wenchi area so behu
Kwadaso Ashanti region
na Daso in central region so ubehu bi Weja akra de and ubehu south Weja and so behu and so de Principe ewo Westman Prusi district ubehu bi o Awaso ewo Takwa Nsuaye so behu bi o you see nyami kan nyina no all of them no complete o ukwa you even think it's a university because infrastructure from the ground up everything story buildings everything properly done proper layout enya yesi akosi classroom block we akosi forest complete schools and I mean no kase mame me for the say we nyina ma including pictures no wahu nti nya Jack where are you
mame nhwe
that's what see yensie na fe na be ma hwe
mame nhwe ade a wo pass who send am I open the tracker it's not there
see me from phone share talk about open we work it Google your tracker ko no to me come mame yen kwa sempa no so owura Rollins nyame emfa ne kra ensieye ema yenyina na ndisi for the I no omobo musrem kasa too much yed to me dey number
adentia
papa itiase owura sidin katia oye general secretary offering say oye backing dog ono ni pana wati ni party na sidin katia na mo sa ho kwan ni owura mama mo sa ho kwan e bi kura akoso twesi bachi mo nyina so offering say oye backing dog o see owura Rollins no backing dog obi esini abobrase at the party oni ne yire asafa mukuya ya strangle mamia to the point say mami kwoti in the party na last elections cross mo party no ufi so da so e fanda na odwin no so e fanda o say last elections for anfa bana mamo ano no man kan ho asem
he's never said that
mami want to say Rollins catch say Ghana for you say want to abana NDC
what can we
Kwaku Sechiado
me producer say am power kan
Kwaku Sechiado interview obisa no
say want to
abana NDC
want to abana NDC
otuma ni yire
what my wine
NDP Kwaku Sechiado interview Kwaku 101 you can Google it and you find it Rollins na na dina nupom audio no wo ho
but we in free party no
don't worry. You don't worry. We don't know. Also, in free party no. Obahime, Papa no tiase no. NDC na oni mo ti Aboagye so because o say mo ye party mo didi atem. Mo wies kan ye kan na mo di atem. Mo no ya. Nsema kese na mo kan. Mo di ntura dodo. Nti on pe party etisa. Nti na oni mo nka. Na ma me unim ade kese kura pa etie owura Rollins akoma owura ho book yi so kai say book yi
me hu book no
book ni e share da so mu di papa yatem sopa no ni pa cross forward book yi ma me Jane vice president no mo se on person mo fa na vice presidential candidate ho aso no beka vice presidential candidate no ha no beka e no mo ko fa no man forward book na tem didie pa edu ba bi see Rollins ono no okọ cabinet meeting no kita toys di agro ma me papa amanfo adwen no no di agro e kan sem we fa e fanda ho o se Rollins na adwen e de dwen e de bu mind oni bi mo na mo twero gubuku fa mo fanda ho mo se mo fanda ho o kan ayi ato ho book ya o se ade ba kwa ama Rollins the adwuma ye den ni say nyansa ye toto o mind de onkita bi de bibia no apia mamamfo so omonye toni adwen a ye toto o mind ntem atama kasese na mudi chere Rollins mo masa brante ye oti efense Kevin den oti social media mo manisika na oti amana no na debi also pa Rollins.
You don't say that.
Dinatem. And this is sponsored mercenary. No, di papa yatem. Odi Rollins atem sa atem na dinatem kuno. Ene abusia dofunu. Mo nu anawe. Mo nkofa ne nwe. Mo nkofa ne nwe. Oti asene dia na mo ye ma no.
It doesn't matter. Do you feel asem?
Oti asene dia na ye ma no. That's Rollins mo na mo wo no.
Do you feel
Rollins Ghana ni anso no be NDC.
But on the NDC by me so me
NDC. Mo did it on the NDC by.
He's the founder.
Yeah, this ka to mu na madwen.
Why?
Mo bu ni so mo founder.
Oh, inti nanado kasama na ono so discover.
What was it? Rollins mo nanado
na obetina ha.
Wo kasa mo to mu.
Dabi una wo kan.
So kasa me ewo wa na o bam.
No di man nkasa mi.
Ewo wa na mo
don't make unfounded allegations.
Mama Kevin Taylor sika. Not amanone. No super Rollins. Odina temi we vice president office. Events office. Ya wire man no aje. Ye dia papa ya teme dia. Asopa no. Nkola small boys no mudi papa ya tem. Enya owia mo founder. I see dinketia. Obi o se o ye okama yo opo. So Rollins o ye kama yo opo. Ya cheni no ya de sabu nachi emra no okosere owura obedasama so ombra back into NDC no also ya cheni the backing dog into ombra Rollins ene do ya kraman mo na mu jiri se Rollins no okam ho na mo buru nie MPP de ene nana dan kwakufado opanyi no wofie ene obi a oye former president of the republic na adi baako esi ati asende se he wo ye former president a oji abukatua so nim sa o ma me onu se owura mama oti oji akatua boso me bia Akufo-Addo tua nka
so o man hihye mu no
very good oji akatua nyo no kwa so na oji
Akufo-Addo na tua nka o
onu se
Akufo-Addo niska obetua
onu se nyo no kwa na aji
ibe Akufo-Addo no se tua nka
so nyo no kwa na aji o ma me onu se o ni staff fellows mo ne Montari mu nyina omuji bi omuji akatua nyo mo didi na tem omuji akatua bum omuji sasika wenyina ye no mudi na tem etua mu nyina ka owura mama mra na oya akunya kase no so no bisane say the kind of treatment ben ode ma owura Rollins e ba ne say na trade Rollins the last moment on earth no ni owura na na dan Akufo-Addo omo hwibom okwa yiye kura na say owura mama tini say wa so ndam a owura mama hwe ni say no no hwe east because when we say light and darkness in here so be we say Akufo-Addo so can light no ho oni Akufo-Addo any MPP ehwibom unu say Rollins mama yi as state barrier owura mama wanko
that's not true
wanko the following day no kwani nam tefre he was not wanko state barrier ho ni pa ni wo do na ni mama yi mansi ho ni mama yi no Akufo-Addo mu Baomia mu even say chief justice mu speaker of parliament obi bia church leaders across the country etu kwan akonsa yie na se
ebia no good reason tia
good reason
bia no
o founder mama ewu o founder obi a friend say o boss yes what to kwan Ghana o ti kroma wanko wansi ho oni ni party for months ho the following day no so mo ko tefle se na ni panitra owu wie ya mo se enso ne mam na mo ko no anwe mo ko fa nko wie no mo 20 million headquarters mo fa nko bom pisie busua do funu mo ndwen papa no ho papa no hu se man betumpon a nipa ba ko pe ne betimi aboa ma man yetumpon ene na adan Akufo-Addo ene MPP on say Akufo-Addo na dwen nipa ho onye mbotro mojo on pretending Muvia na mo trace scam small boys na mo trouble papa yi. Trouble papa yi. And now we are Musio. There's another person taking over. Taking over from where? Or why not taking over? John Mahama. Boy, yeah. In the kingdom of the blind, one-eyed man becomes the king. Always. The NDC for the Omniomodia Banono. But yay, MPP for any another can say. Rollins go away. Or a Ghana Japadi. In tips all tiasino, na state protocol de protectino. Bibi bia tuna ayabai asem. What must say? In this Bibia tuna, yen nebekambo because he is the longest serving president of our time, and that's what will be in our history. For 19 years, he was in charge of this country. He has his own good side and bad side. But the point is saying, ya mamre mu Ghana hano. You don't speak ill of the dead. So when things like this happen, no, in your bum nanka ya kambum na yetume ashitin shisegu from. Muko sign book. Look at this childish attitude. Muko sign book. Na time no muko draw na book ni nda honti. Mubofu mako tobi. Muko tobi nso mko to events reception book. Sa notebook ya eton 2 Ghana CDC. E to office reception ni. Obi edu na otwe ni di ni bi. Na e ko to ma ora ma makotwa mu. So otwa mu na aye na kono ye twa picture bedu to social media na aye na kono ka no dia mika gidigidi opre ho aduru so no ko sign ni de. Yet in Shishia to go at Trose, Obuo and a COVID management in tea. Umpeso, who near the power or coso paper man said, pay mu be back. Pay for more vacancies and will be more underlying conditions. Any name may be COVID in Abbey. So you give the people respect. You make sure that no former president, or Okodilaimu. So you put all those measures in place. But on back when you're been on better so, or bow, or the party Sanuia. How would the place be taken for? All those you put it in place. You try to former the president vice president speaker of parliament chief justice the next in line former presidents, right? Uni kufo nyina na ebekwa ko sign. Amparampara ne edumu suma ko sign. Enso uni eduru ho na akọ na buku ni nda ho na enna nso obenya abotre. Any adwumbon ye kita ndisi fontu benya abote no hu nhihye pa e ba no ntino o si ya fa buku no ya fa buku nkanche wona akotoe ya do botom sika na akoto buku no anya state money anya obotom na same ni yam fra me kanche yam fra book yam fra say na mo ye petty mo say this for a petty pa say na ka ya fa fo no owura mahame open ya buku na to no ya fa kufuro you are saying say you need to do it in consultation with all the key stakeholders on book Debbie, you need to do everything in consultation with the key stakeholders. That is the key. You can't do it on your own. Well, somebody says some muchai. And this for some muchai to open Abai edi sise buku no nkonya no ko sise gu no ya mfra and this for anjo mo adwen wo but see there are things I have protocols so put in place until nanka money beji say owura mama be kwa ko sani buku no na ye ni nipa ko ho ansa and young keta of young keta the place very well na kwa kwa fa yare bia na really and next is here no fine ya chirechire mu wo minister the time here one ko sania to me ko sambiem we a member of parliament time here we a former minister time here we a first lady time here yes sister pepepe ordinary citizens yaka yes ya remrat what time I say so ko san opeso ko san ko nye se na hihye bibi go nyansa kwan so meboa o mpre ho hihye pepepe na ye nyina hu se Ghana for you be edi ehu ni former president edru omusu oni kufo san we san ni de pepepe meboa camera se twitwa mo obi ani age meboa nye se na eye no mo si eno nti yekoya anajo vigil mo koye dey anajo vigil mo koya anajo vigil means we are kwano president we are vigil man ni ono so da no pa wo kwa adwuma na vice president wo ba fia bedu hwira aduane no na we are president we are vigil man the be na mumu hu se timi ye vigil mo bi papa itiase afuto de mamba akokora nu mo faaye sopa no ekodu ha wo se mo koye vigil so nipa na ni kunu dan from pam no po muni no ntam sentokwa ntumi ponko ma me ne nan so ene ne kokasa kasa papa bia na yem wan say you think say you stand to gain something. Rollins a national asset se bibia to na omamu ni nyina ye beka ehu abom na o say MPP Nana Akufo-Addo tro statement no na nke so ka say NDC on tro man say na o say no nka so NDC founder na no e na ka say o tro NDC manifesto na say NDC constitution no o manifesto na match so I am founder and I am masem but you don't even treat him as a founder. Yandi you so a former president. Anya manifesto Mr. Mo manifesto bi awum, mo constitution bi awum, mo twotwo mu so I am founder. Amo na mo masem. Yen dey emfa ho bi. O na be treat so founder. And I what book mu so your founder. Now you don't treat the person as your founder. And you wasem. But let alone na to Ghanaians. Akufo-Addo ekasa on behalf of all Ghanaians. E chere Ghana fo nyina say omanpain na adam kwa event say the Rollins otwam wonye ne baby ko enti yen na yedi oyaw odi hihye agufam na abusia ne beka bom na ye papa na man befitting state barrier na ni nyina achi ene funeral ni nyina achi nso no aban no e de hihye agu say for 7 days no your flags in the air fly have mask enu achi nso so ye kan ye ho abom na ye campaign na ye as a government any political party you suspended for 7 days. Pepe ni betu dwa musio nke so tworo se o owura Rollins na owie no ya former Achimota student owie no ya former lieutenant or military masa na but he went through all those things before becoming a military leader. Some pe or nyama position ni association bi o join or san join girls guide mo person tworo nyina o or former NGO or san or football team yen tworo nyina what may say Coup protest association and also a president. Sana na mpe. But there, just petty things.
Oh, petty.
Of course, also petty. So one boy NDCD, and he say, or say, or we are not see, or my Ghana for nyina yako. Na Ghana for nyina na NDC for momo free Azerbaijan. Muka Ghana ho. NDC for muka Ghana ho. Nto we na kwaka o ma NDC for nyina yako, o ma MPP for yako, o CPP for nyina yako, o WTK nyina yako, o Kwadonko party for independent party. O ma na fi so otro eden.
So that's the new standard. And then o ma Penny Akufo-Addo ewu a ye ma bi akọ. Oni baby akọ. Mo for yako na yi MPP for.
You see oni baby akọ. Is that
what you are saying?
Ebe mo mutiri so ma pampa so. Oni baby akọ. Na mami.
Na wasem ni sima me na me mama mfa mo manifesto mienu bi ma na yen sorry.
Mami ne abre ho kese kra wo mi say. You see Rollins wo ho. And this for no oti omo krata mo ache kwa. Na omo no omani na enhu akọ. Na omani Friday. You could not make peace with the person when he was living. Do you think you can make peace with his dead body? Otiase no when to me ampe nyansa kwan bi so any no and solve problems and goes between money or Rollins. No who you know na money body no na money no ekoye peace. If you know you can waste time and wake up and go and do vigil across the country, commandeering all your party people to do that. Do you say na Rollins or so difficult say na mutumi nkone nan so na ni hanu ntia ono moti adwa wo maso no oye ne independent oye ne June 4 for momba ni ade nyina no montimi nkone nan so ne man kosovo owiye na mu so a hero muti otiaso mu so a coward nobody has some communicator Kevin Taylor
is an
sponsored by the NDC.
No, Kevin Taylor
sponsored by the NDC. He has never been MPP.
No. You showed his card.
He
has a membership card.
For
Don't make frivolous allegations.
Akoya otuwe de bia obo owura mahama baso o promote ni NDC communicator Kevin Taylor.
Kevin Taylor is not an NDC person.
NDC sponsor no mani didi papa yatem. NDC communicators. Eddie Rollins ni yiratem every time. NDC communicators. I see you get na I see papa ni backing down. Papa no what in the party am shooting ketia sa ho kwan no. Oyo se oyo kran man opo. That's how they treated the man. owuya ahye ni ketia no okono wa hye mask akotena se your friend so mejina ho na okohwe nsugu ni tire na etifa na ni ase yo mi se bayiye ni actors akwaba se ya no mukoye ne papa no ne vigil no ahye ni ketia no no ne ma me wukuro so ye Rollins on confuse ono bisa so ono kwa Rollins ti ono ya Spanish say onfa nkwan koma na ofia nko betim de nkwan akoma no ikuro nko tumi koda se nyame baaye no so ahye ni ketue je nkwan yi na fa koma Rollins no sorry a ko beto ga tematiti aso that's to the extent to which I know omo time Rollins o time no and no owuya osu weeping more than the bereaved nana kura du kura na ni kunu enye ne ba bi ko no ehye din ketia pache o kire se net yo nu etumi su esuma na tade fo I mean that's how terrible NDC as a group promote enti Ghana fo ye de Rollins ya pretend to no Rollins in himself ye ne no na yetwa Akosua etafre na ye ne na ekoba bibia ekoso bia no support ye be ma no aban ne ma me ayi state barrier ye de ma no pom ye support no Akufo ado ko ho vice president ko ho obi bia ko ho ministers obi bia ko support no ne yes aban de ye ma no bia owura mama ne ma me ayi kura wanko
mate me dance na Nuruddin NDC me o sure say bia issues we ka ba ko mienu bi but ya na wahwe mo manifesto no mo de April 2020 elections no policies mienu ye foforo mo de ba beje Ghana for ya na waboso amaye
yo me nua ba me de bia me kan onya opportunity e betina don't lie on say omo tracker ni asema a obuboy no initially want me ambo school adan baako ananado esie wase Kumasi make sure school computer lab region Ashanti region district Kumasi because in Shiaso na all kind KMA me boy ya no aba zero
na okay
omo tracker na aba zero oh me say so show me the picture you've not been able to show me give me the project you've not been show who say me ko tracker who say me ko tracker want to be answer me ko bo a zero say there wafa picture for yes amuguso me driver o share ya na dey na wo ho
model school you
dey na wo ho so it's a lie say o ma complete one school he himself say we acknowledge
man ka say a lie
oh
na wo computer you need so nto ade a wo
me driver
and this for the computer you so free education na mo hia pa o say mo members ni na mo ko free education
me ka MPP there when you put them to test full of lies
mo free education
some
at school no
Calvin Taylor NDC ni a yes kamano schools be
ana guwu
family
mami
fa chetie for
coronavirus abanu NDC you are more deadly than coronavirus
iti nunia ye ba betina radio aya ye ni Ghana for ndi ni ade a wonye don't come and say why
mami two policies
His Excellency John Dramani Mahama say ye yamba pe double track no we are cancelling it is in our
policy.
Oh, you don't know the meaning of policy. Go and read.
Policy is
double
track more cancel.
And hana obeba school abisuya policy. Oh, in education. Oh,
one my first one.
Why are you in a rush?
Money church room.
The also first one. The second one.
How are we clearing the double track? You're making sure, say, school side His Excellency John Dramani Mahama started Nanado abandon. We are coming to complete. And secondly, also Deputy Minister for Education, our champion double track, or private school, our US, are on a benefiting from free secondary school, our US. But the private schools in Ghana, much in His Excellency John Dramani Mahama say, to create access and take more students, private schools now nanado ema egugu no, because they say say free SHS or nobody will send his word to private school. You know omo so yen hihye na ebie na amanfo atimi akọ school send e be ya e be yi double track na efim. And the game changer and he say the free technical and vocational.
It's already
education.
Free. It's already free.
TVET
is already free.
Don't rush.
But it's already free. So we game changer and already free.
In a way that is going to be practical.
I'm saying it is already free.
Mean for you.
That will me catch us a TVET is already free.
Manka TVET too. Manka TVET.
Nano ya dey.
Na sabrofo no na wonti ase dey amemi ntimi mboa wo.
Net TVET dey.
Teacher mfans.
You see TVET na dey.
To da me cheche mu.
Oh, and this mo bon.
Yes say. Yenua ni bi wo hono ma. Ono no se bio nyame amma na adwen a odi besua ade. Ento ono de we good in technical knowledge. Obi ono wa asa ono won pese o lawyer. O pese wo ye dressmaker. Obi ono ma o pese o computer designer. Obi ono ma wo pe adisua. Enti John Dramani Mahama kan is simple. Ye ba all master traders. Minua ba sa wo saloon a ye no wo ye nhihye. Ne hu sa wo saloon no nipa sign na obetimi atwe ni. Na e de hu sika ama wo. Na we train omo wie nso a na e setup aka ho nti nipa no be wie adisua no no wo nyoma a obetimi e de akoye dwu
na so omo e de emo konkrofo okosua nsa na odwuma mo betue ska no
aban be fa kan no wo be kwa akosua no free usua wie nso a enye se usua wie a na ya agya wo sa akwa da bi wo be wie no na equipment a e wo se odi ye dwuma no na e wo
na no so aban de ama
no nso wo start ye dwuma ye be ma wo capital na ya ma wo tax exemption say na be ya untria tax for some years o business na tintim a na wo tumi aye na John Dramani Mahama e de aba biom ne say wo de abochire e ba Ghana na wo ti ase unim say no the ICT business is the one ruling the world. Wo say wo ba wo be fa nipa poly 1 million youth. Na sa youth no ye be che omo web design, ye be che omo internet work, ye be che omo all ICT center, ICT work. Now, do you know the meaning of it? Na che ni say we a web designer and asa we dwuma wo internet a obetimi atena Ghana anye dwuma anye ska wo US. Say COVID abai e che prefer say you can work from your home and earn the money. Na John Dramani Mahama say wo fa nipa baako 1 million na ya train omo in all sectors of ICT. Intimate ha na me yedwuma metimi aye dwuma wo UK na ya send me pounds in my account umpewe a opede na ya efi zongo for so e wa Ghana ha na ebe train oh who digital center na o si wo second unko ho bi da unko
na brekum for so betwe mo
you be set all over the country. Okay. That is thinking outside the box.
Oh, okay.
Won intimi nua ba.
Na zongo for no so betwe no mo.
O hwe ye zongo for no so. Wan triambo. What the soyaya fan e de aba. And you know the meaning of soyaya fan. Yem mana omudi dwa no. No money bebre o hono ma. Omo pese omo ko Lagos, omo pese omo ko Togo. Ekoto no o ma beton. Na nipa no woni jate a obetimi ayesa enti wo ba memfa ne say ye ma wo 10 million a wa ko Togo akoto ade abeton 15 million ye nji 10 million no next time wo kwa wo 15 million eko na wa ko DJ aba na abe 30 million wo be sa ma wo sika na ye kese abe 100 million 200 million afi ne ya ye nhihye pa ama no wutua kakra se ne ye wunua no so betimi aye
na sika no hye
sikano ensh unim ne ntia sikano hye se na nado aban mu unim se emani bebre duty ni nti omo ye kalabule okofa na oma otogo ana wa hide because on ontimi ntua duty na John Dramani Mahama say obi a obenya so ye ya fa no you have exemption into what exemption a unni ade bia motivation bia e be ka say ko hide no man nti no man beba enya dia edwano ebeshi nti menua me de nim say ohwe our manifesto in the health sector ohwe security services omo amoye police soldier omo ketua ayese ebe koso edan a ede be ma omo ohwe students omo die wom ohwe lawyers omo die wom ohwe your manifesto na akoy comprehensive manifesto ye nuanom journalist crowd die wom obia die wom and people's manifesto.
Okay.
Inti ye de ye wa wishe mu say Ghanaians I embrace your manifesto. Na ye wa wishe mu pa say abatuo ya ye kwa akoto yi. Amanfo beto amaye say na be ya ye ba ye betimi implement your manifesto and change the lives of Ghana. Ye mbu man amaye nkum journalists e wo krom ha biom. Ye mbu man amaye mbu police officers ye attack judges ebi nsi biom. Na ye mpese ye pese ebi esidia ene ya jeje but ye pese ye sesa Ghana na Ghana efa ne tuma pafra na ye bu man se ne be ya obia nso be ye ne chefa ewo mu dia o say tuma his excellency John Dramani Mahama
Mate medase Richard wonso fa MPP manifesto no mu nsem mienu maye na ye mfa nso
medase bebre ma me em say in our history the only traditional amount of power judges yekuomo NDC for nti mo bi nko
NDC NDC is not true. NDC 1992. It's not true. Oka Sama. People are listening to us. Oka NDC, Aka NDC, Oka PNDC, Apa. What tradition? NDC is different from any other tradition.
And the only political party and any traditional omo penso yekum judges.
Not in constitutional rule.
Yekum judges NDC no omo political tradition. Only NDC for so kwana omatime didi judges and akase on be report judges in there. Okay. Muntie 3 me ko Supreme Court ho. Ediom kogu mu Owura Mahama ene Madam Jane.
That is leadership.
Etimi ekoyi
omo metwa so. Obi a odo bu judge. Na ya say so that is the difference.
Where
okay. That is the difference between Nanado and John Dramani Mahama. Nanado time udi boni a law no any udi. No there be some question no.
Me say question.
Ma Richard
no credit dey den beka. Say o mpɛ no krokantie kasa na o beba. Na opanye na NDC ni MPP makatro say eyusum ni han asem. Pe Ghana ni bia onim ne ekɔso Owura Mahama amamu penso no onkoto abama NDC onim se Owura Mahama ye ma no kwan no dumso enwuma sɛ yekrom ha onim se di Owura Mahama ye di adwuma no ma no nso o make sure say nursing training allowance otwamu ne teacher training allowance otwamu ma me okay otwamu ya nkora sunye kɔ ho demonstration na wamfi omo Owura Nana Adanko Akufo-Addo Ejapa ye Adodanko Akufo-Addo nim Ghana for yemkom Adodanko Akufo-Addo ejankafo eja ene kunafo kunu obaye ode nursing training allowance no restore ye teacher training allowance or restore ye oba hima okay saa ade ya MPP ye ba ye be mobile money interoperability emra ye di akonya ne share NDC force no Owura Mahama oni RG oni shifting switch omo ye saa mobile money interoperability no almost sign a contract and I cost this country $1.2 billion. Mami, uti me.
Mitio pa.
Mami, never cost this country $1.2 billion. Na Owura Nana Adanko Akufo-Addo be new ba minister call council sa nhihye no. Enne sa dwumadie no ye aya mani ekita wider scope. Ekọ nanim sine na nka this for be no. E cost yen $4.5 million. A trust the difference between MPP and NDC. Inti Ghana for the mama so answer omunim aban a na wo power no o share boss oba ono no obema 110 premium payment wontimi anye enne obeka kire so obema free primary health care onti ase onipa osi ono oba efeni set obetua assembly members in 2012 in manifesto mu wontimi anye enne osi oba osi oba it is in 2012 manifesto kaso onim NDC unim ba opinion don't worry manifesto onu kaso onu hwan me catch so manifesto ma si ye ne oba hima ukọ NDC unim say 2012 2013 and Owura Mahama making illegal to use Okada so unim say Owura Mahama na making illegal to use Okada or Ghana ha and now so obey okada drivers na then onim ne oka no onte ase nsem na ekoso no onte ase so onte ase a obi a wo wa ma de na illegal no ye to abatia o se oba be ndey bisa won se na obi wo na otwi ne okada Akufo Adama ya che no sa nema we na Nkufo mo ye na yenko MPP nsem pa no so oba hima MPP ya kire Ghana for say ye baye esi free education ye kan ya ye Ghana for nya so mfaso ye baye si one district one factory you make sure say every district and then me no can say ya share asia e bi mu ya complete 79 about 228 at various stages of completion one district one factory no me no can say one village one dam you buy call the northern part of the country you awarded contract 540 you 486 one district one factory for the first time in our history no government in terms of asphalted road yet to me or to me even 500 kilometers. This government has done close to 800 kilometers of asphalted roads across the country for the first time in our history. Obahima, ye ka abanya obaye na ne yet to me ye numa to the extent say they starting assembling cars ye assemble Ghana. Sano ha truck ye assemble Ghana. Toyota Aiba VW pastor omo po mawia o start here o produce cars ye turn Ghana. Na obi anu one odwin say saadu obetimi aba for the first time in our history since independent there has not been a time Ghana ultimately leading Nigeria in terms of the attraction of foreign direct investment and then for the first time in our history from 2019 to date every year no Ghana beating Nigeria to in terms of the attraction of foreign direct investment obai me no kasa from Kwame Nkrumah penso na ye hwe South Africa na omu beating Ghana in terms of export of gold. And then Ghana is the leading producer of gold in the world. Cocoa farmers, what is then? Cocoa demand be say ye baby buye. Abai be trebuye, Egyaso adding new ways, innovative ways about, and then cocoa farmers enjoy additional 28% of sika. Ya anywhere and momo. Koshe teacher for nya allowance mu nana mo nyina. A teacher for enjoy under this government. Me no can say a dreadful the first time in our history I titi duty so habo. At to be by 50%, 70%. A bit more cry would the raw materials in the machineries bar unto duty also. Cast your titi duties in also. For the first time in our history, import duties are conform. Ya titi taxes so and the kaya current tax. Ura Mahama no just taxes in a good book. Oh, a MPP are buying, yet this is a paba at every facet of young public life, any national life.
But so rich is a bandage tax, what do you mind one fun with the book?
So,
mammy, ain't another
childish to say this. As if say, I'm out now, you know.
No, ready.
So now what did you taxes out the two?
That's one chance, and you make country and you know. One here, Utibebo baby.
Debbie, I'm ready.
Minimum mark coin.
Nanado, what did you tax out? What did you say?
Sign. So I'm chance and you make country and you because you mean
I'm ready for you.
He made me castle.
I'm ready for you.
The only me corners and you make country and what your baby, you know.
I'm ready for you because I don't worry. It doesn't make sense.
Because
it doesn't make sense.
Albert, Richard Yanko.
Obahima. Inti se ye ka kuma ye die no eye ebenyansa fon komo. What ma say? Inti nyo bibia na beti ase. To bi wo no nti ase na nyansa na abon se dwonso bo akokwa. Sa nipa no okasa me nhame. What ma say? Me trust say in terms of aban we anamo aye tutu ne nhihia ye de gu foma Ghana fonya so mfa so no. Aban bia no wa ye sa atu sa na monwe in the first 4 years of that aban no ne life. We know it. We've seen it in every aspect of aban nhihia odi gu fom. And ne cover the buy where loans are supporting businesses. Supporting businesses across the country. Yenyimu nsemu. Planting for food and jobs. And ne edwani abu. Nipa nyanyuma. Nipa adwuma ya create ama this country nipa nya so mfaso. Uko Forestry Commission employ over 68,000 people. planning for food and jobs, or close to 1 million people any eduma. So you see, so within the first 3.5 years, 4 years, you know, Abanwe Atumia creating human in excess of 2 million. Roads are Ekoso, bridges are Ekoso. All these things are happening across the country.
It will be before from Ben and 2020 manifesto.
About you mean? Before from war, you first one, you see, Ghana for a client say, met to Education as well. Yet rent, she say, Biba, who is school, a buying a bemau now the Ajidai. Or rented Diana, a buying betria, na ya mambre, the watria. Ghana for no, do any aji. Sanchez Paya Abain Eddie Abba Ebeboa ama particularly the youth etimenya so mfaso
youth no mako school awie
mako school awie ene gwana wo hwansa no dwuma omo mo hwanya nsa no dwuma so ebetimi akogisa sika ne bi e dey rent dan enye so obi wa na ware akwachi obi wo nyanya de bi postpone na ware because of say dan obedamunti what must because ne boss mi akatua no you can say onko kambuma for on save for 2 years that ben obetimi anya bi obenya be wie na dan bo no kra twam sa nche se bibia na brabo katwi aban e de hyehyɛ biba
obi bebu sa ne adan na aban sisi adan ne mommo na nkrofo nya mortgage a F4 sense
aban see there's 2.2 million housing deficit in Ghana aban guso OCB dem bi ECB ECB ma various professions ECB ma individuals affordable housing near there but ne wom ni say you say no matter the amount of burdens are buying BCC there, private sector no because over the years we might take the lead in already no, they will always have a space within that sector. Untuminka say obia nkwatwen aban there. Say aban there in ready na just nipa na dan so da ho a aban betimi aboa no somewhere nti san hye ni bi na aban e dey ba ni say ebeboa ama nipa bebrenya so mfaso.
Okay.
Ne to so biem ya kire say sai phrase Akosua graduate yom be secondary school near university near there and other tertiary institutions abai say nie hia so watwa na wo Ghana card nko you don't need any guarantor you be given loan to finance your education nti we ma omanya kwan yi a mo be ko school yi omo de ane say omo anya admissions all the tertiary institutions government will give the student and once we do Ghana card Ghana card number no. Remember I said na you link Ghana card to all the states nyema ye nyina their list you starting link to national health insurance so nisa no kita national health insurance you can link it yourself o link we are you call hospital unhia national health insurance card u could do announce about Ghana card number so you try and link so gradually we are linking it to all the services. A time will come, we'll link it to all the accounts. Until we call your account number will be your Ghana card number. Said by it will be unique because unkwana bikita sa card no. Until china ko bobusia bank no because you can be traced easily no. Ebema loans when a ma amanone abrabo tana easy because you can be traced. They can build your credit system and credit bureau and know so way woman abushi obetria na so ontua. So all these things you know abide is a pagu former and also Ekoso. In terms of the rules na ye no aban already has started something na yeguso yebeto so remember I said for the first time in our history we were able to leverage on our bauxite reservoir yetumi efa sika from the Chinese sa bauxite na ura mama on the eve of so basically power otwam oma 58 to 70% ema ura Ibrahim Hama so ono kwa enchendi no ura Akufo by copy court Supreme Court so no aban ni Ghana nyina ye dia Mufama no etimfana aban leverage on just less than 5% of it ebina sign hydro projects across the country Tamarin interchanges interchanges akesena yedika yenu yenyanwe can we say under this government for the first 4 years in this government's life yetumi abuild major interchanges every government why any single interchange or within 8 years and the MPP Tamarin interchange Focus interchange, Tamale interchange, APC interchange, Takrade. Uko a friend saying Beach Road now, you're starting now. Yeah, 4 other major interchanges within that stretch. It tells you what this government is doing. And a Ghana for who so fast. And then there's no part of this country no asphalted road. Kakran kakra yeguso. Cocoa Rose yeguso ayeye. We are doing all this because we want to improve on that. In terms of education, so government is committing more money to resolve the challenges confronting the education sector, including providing access, making sure that people have quality quality education in Yakeka. Until Nina Yama binding she pagu from Mammy. That one factory now, Yedi can start here. You better trimu. A better baby no, baby they will get 3-4 factories. Because government is committed and government is working in that regard.
Okay.
What am I saying? Enti ninyina netino Akosua do akire nse.
Okay.
Ya kwato abana mame owo soro number 1. Ya to abana yentuma nanado danko Akosua do. Opanyi we nanim Ghana for yem kom. Opanyi nanim se me fa library na metua magana for. Metua nso ka magana for. Opanyi nanim se metua school fees magana for. Me fa sika to Ghana for botomu. Opanyi we nanim se emre ya yadru ni mama ede me support to Ghana for businesses for koma kola ye mom sika kakra de support through NBSSI. San hihye ni nyina ya hihye pa eguso. Opanyi we na nya onu ntia nka eye nipa over 4.6 million Ghanaians omusika onkoto banks nka ni nyina be hyegu. Okay, mra DKM God is love any their siblings. Sa nkofon owura mama ne penso over 80 microfinance institutions egu ye no. Emra no ho no one provide any assistant amobia. One support to hwehwe amobia. Ba na me no ka say owura na nada nko Akosua do. Ade sanchi she pani nyina gu foma ni penya so mfa so.
Okay, mate. Abedwafo medam wase.
Menu aba.
Nuruddin no person de ketu ebi so ye bre.
Oba meba mo.
Internet control. Go and Google. Interchange. It will tell you in 2013 government under John Dramani Mahama administration requested a grant from government of Japan to implement the project.
But say nyon na ye ya
na. You see, you can't lie.
But it's not a Japanese.
Oh, me say. Project from the beginning to the end.
Tamale interchange.
You know, start here.
Who started on info?
Oh, who interchange?
Who started on info? Me say Tamale interchange.
Everything that they talk about. A project I started. Nanado me say, I challenge you. Give me one school.
Which meet opposition started project here.
From beginning to the end, what me accomplish?
You say, mommy, 1 minute. Mommy, so 1 minute.
Let's say me no one can.
You say only one can.
Me no
can the same math.
Richard,
you can't continue to lie. Ghanaians always know the truth from lies.
You make actually me say ewiase de nkontompo o se ni dance wo
enti say no o patch set tema no na moye
tema interchange
even at the time we were living that project had started.
See, the project started in 2018.
It started during our time.
How can it start? Procuracy interchange started when during which time?
It started in our time.
It started in that time.
Go to the ministry and ask them, they should give you the docket. Go to the ministry and ask them, you can't boast of one project.
Mate, Madam Asepa, where the Yete Richard Asante Yeboah, NPP Deputy Director of Communication, and Nuruddin Hamidan Suye NDC Zongo Caucus National Secretary eno yedi nkomo mema ho kwama tie for momrem ye numbers yedi adwuma ne 0302 2435 29 0302 2435 29 na 0302 2435 47 0302 2435 47 na monso momfa mo de emrem na yentie mo de kama pa. Hello. Oh, kafra. Hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening, me patch friend say.
But friend me NS tema.
Yo NS meet you.
The patch of say me be sign this in any say. If you say walk or my nisika, walk or sika abro man so man fanya project. Now this can be two. Now say 1 3 and 2 foundation now to no be aba no 2 foundation. No just say now we are there na. Me catch Ghana for do no mistake. No more too about the NDC we laugh at the wrong side of our mouth. Because NDC wouldn't be for more my Ghana. What do you say?
Mate.
Yo.
Mate me dan CP yo. Me can we say Egyaso Jumedie no asugu so awutie wo Okay, 101.7 FM. So, hello.
Hello. Good
evening. What your friend say?
The friend is born if you are wash.
Yo, Bonzi meet you.
Meet you no fine coming and answer to Dr. Adomaku Kisi. Only NDC for no one new message be a Ghana for. Omo kanu kure Ghana for whom mama any mistake na ye to abama NDC for whom ye be sa kodum som because you see a mama ono campaign since oba or ye president one year campaign da ono president no e betu no kwem it is a campaign oh ye to ka o ye kwa no ye yaw ma cha mi duko ka say e ba asasim ya no o ye ya no we so ye ya o say no interest wo e ba asim we so e bi so ya no me na me ye mejuma wo it this for the me slay Ghana for me ma ye mistake da
Mate Menso Medasi P. Meka will say, okay, 101.7. And I was Sugusua Wuti, and Yaji at you for drink. More here Facebook Live, no. Then Kwakuni Patete was say, please, Sister Akosua, Mr. Martinamidu is going. He should go. Nanado will get a new prosecutor. My regards to Honorable Stephen Kwame Kwe of Ewutu Senior West. Hello.
Akosua go Aboagye na who to say.
Nyamia Dumo.
Aya onya bema Alhaji Gadu. Wa frefre fadama.
Yo alaji me mo akwa ba.
Yankopon se obebre. Na bim lady so se no ho ye de.
An ho ye nyamia Dumo
so obeba. Aya kan se ni college ye kia no why.
Me pa cho mate me ka cho.
Se wonim lawyer John Kuma.
Wasi
wo tio dindinde nti wo kia. Ono so gina jisu nti mo pa ma no why.
Me pa cho mate.
Na mpese me kan kire me nua no Ghana fo. Se NDC any John Dramani Mahama one more be di oman so for good 8 years mini aba ye hu amammo no a papa yi wo babu ye o dum so no yan yi refi yes them for what see ono de confirm factor na okobie maye sika no wo try nipa miansa se o mo di sika no ko sem sika no ya mutu sika no mo ko che ba ku dansa hom sisi amebu ana hwe oba time se o brani basis sika no wo di ase no moto mu e na o no ever for say ma mo ye mistake into about my MPP ya be kina tu se o da su gim frama nti na na do dan kwa kufa do penyini a na green da ho papa no odo my Ghana nti ye be to about ma no nodness ye be to about no ma so bia ma no na wan sambe fa for no na onya di papa na Ghana fa ne to ma pa fra woni nyame ya agima
mate medasipi na migusu e kam se okay 101.7 FM so Ankoma Foster Achima Yirebi was no matter what the NDC will say about Martin Amidu's resignation, most Ghanaians have seen great development done by our president fighting corruption and making good policy over the economic sector. Vote for number 1. Still for more for Nana. My regards to Honorable Kojo Ponkroma, Alexander Akwasi and Achemansa patriotic members from Ankoma Ankoma Foster. Hello.
Biamzi baby. Ene de we pray nyumiri. Anka o de mi say ya na o ye adwuma o.
Ampa che we de ye wonu aba Akosua go Aboagye na ti hei.
Ene
me betre mu.
Baby.
Me betre mu ma vim lady BMZ e wo Neat FM. Aha ye OK FM.
O mi say OK FM, but voice ni ya say Biamzi baby.
Sound Mati.
Ene me nya ba Akosua na want to say.
Adumara kwa.
Unya be my ben ni me ka se kwa benya weda janhye.
Me patcho Mati.
Akosua ya ma NDC for ni Ghana for na yakọ. Yegusua wo eyiem na ne America che Ghana fo nyina se ne panyina e wo number 2 ta no ma wa ho no eyo how cronyism nepotism thievery intellectual criminals mayen ko to aba mo omo ka kire yen san ka krono de omo mobida ye di aba mo ni show mo nsa me niaba hwe niama ye hwe busia fie omo abo hwe entertain ya asante etu nya Richard Asante ebubu nyina no John Dramani man na procure loan hwe pokwasi aye kan wa semi John Mahama ne nsa no adwuma hwe wotema interchange John Mahama nsa no adwuma Ghana force ya sunsu asuansa ye hunyemu yedro na nado oni ye ni ye nto na ngase ko na oka se munna mu ni se bi otrofo no kwafo anke ni ni se obi bi o mistake because oh I'm sorry but me can say mu ni se ma ye mi otrofo no kwafo kikasa be na ye otrofo no kwafo nso ono ankasa ye man penagya to so ye otrofo ono Ghana fo ani ye okache ye nso ye incorruptible ye to abama no se corruption ene yo man penin kro no bo nti ama matia mediri corruption defeating no anka yenye na misa anka matia mediri so timi defeating corruption then corruption defeating matia mediri menede wa resign ene dom level wa so everybody who tries to fight corruption becomes the oman penin enemy so Ghana fo ma ye nyemfu so
Mate. Mesumi danse memfa kola wo twato okra na yemfa Egyaso dwumadie no emra awieye. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening, me patcho friend was saying.
Acho me kasa free in second, Sule in second and
me patcho meet you.
Acho aya NDC for movie say ye enye krum wan ye wo. Dum so asamba musimu na musolve ya ansa na mu free power. MPP ba o man fa hwia meka ho. MPP wa opposition almost enye problem about machines. Problem ni yes sika wo de beto fuwe. Yes wo asaba free education. Wo si wo na wo sha ase. Wo sha ase what time then. Bibia mu din tro. We are sa we never vote e wo abontin. Obia na obeto abama because what am obeka nyina ye ntro. Ye mfa ntro enye den enye power.
Mate. Yo. Me so me da CP. We are making it here for Sahani, dear Gyaso dwumadie no besi mu nua ba Akosua Aboagye na metene mu ema afia pokua me maame Vim Lady na me producers ya Iseko Wusu Aduo Mekwadwo Dame Ado DJ on duty Kwadwo Hansen na ye social media no nso yankasa ye nua ba Frema na etechechire kama nti mede Gyaso dwumadie no esi nyame ya adomo a na watwe se na ye besen hye ne momokyena numre metena se de abrabopa dwumadie no abramu nti wokyena bomodian so behia me ne Professor Joseph Osafo na yedi nkomo ewo abrabopa edwumadie so Egyaso aye hyehye aye boko yadamu nyina ase amamomo eneti